Hello, everybody. Welcome to the episode 6 of the podcast. I might sound a little upset today, and that's because we just lost 28 minutes of podcast footage that we previously recorded.
BSAP was triggered.
Tell him why we lost it, Mr. I.
BSAP was triggered by something. We said something to BSAP about his past, and he was triggered like the Winter Soldier.
And we hit pause, and then what happened?
Yeah, we hit pause, and then a little box on the screen came up and said, "You're going to lose all your stuff. Too bad." And then
looked for it for about 10 minutes and realized we couldn't save anything.
He gets.
So now,
give me the bell. I want the bell. No, I'm gonna do it this time. You get 5 bells.
Oh,
That's it?
no.
6 bells.
28.
63.
6 bells.
21 gun salute.
21 gun salute.
Yeah.
So let's go with the intro.
Oh,
Wait, we didn't get to say
We just
30
did all
minutes.
You didn't get to say
30 minutes.
All right,
today.
all
Who
right.
won with?
That's okay.
Who are you with today?
Let's
Today I
let's
have
go.
with
Let's do
me.
it. Let's go.
Today I have with me Matt Pegno.
Hello.
I got BSAP.
Hello there.
I got John Pagano.
Good evening.
I got Demo.
Hello.
And I got Matt Miani, the newest addition to the X Squad. So we're gonna do this again. I hope that we have all the excitement and enthusiasm that we had the first time, but we're gonna try it again.
This is take 3.
I don't know what take this is anymore.
Third time's a charm.
2.5.
It's Matt Pagano's first try. Okay. Trailer for the Injustice 2 video game was pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's fantastic.
Oh,
Everyone's
yeah.
got the mecha and they're flying. That was it.
Yeah.
New suits in the end of the trailer. Good stuff.
This might be the third time we're hearing it, but it's the first time everybody else is hearing it. So
So they did another trailer for the sequel to the Injustice game that came out, I think 3 years ago.
2 years
now.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hopefully they've been working on it and doing some cool stuff with it. It's like the first trailer. They have the pre-rendered cinematic cutscene of them all flying around and fighting each other. And he said, I haven't actually watched it yet, but at the end he
you
said,
know a lot about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know many things, but at the end you said they all have mech suits.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Seeing the
so-
Flash and Batman and Batman's mech suit is pretty cool. It's the Batman Beyond mech suit.
Okay.
It's really got that
nice.
that cool sleek red bat on the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Jared Leto said that the only villain who is more infamous is than the Joker is the devil.
Wrong.
Well, who is BSAP?
Darth Vader.
No.
General Grievous.
I say we let Demo take this one and give his explanation again.
Okay.
All right. So you're walking down the street. You see a guy dressed up like Darth Vader.
Uh-huh.
You say, that's pretty cool if it's a good costume. You're walking down the street. You see a guy dressed up like the Heath Ledger Joker.
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. You cross
Why
to
does it
the
have to be
other
2 in the
side of the
morning?
street.
Because it's spooky.
It's spooky.
If you dress up like the Joker, you're going to get searched. If you dress up like the Joker, you can't walk into a bank.
That's a perfect way to put
So
it.
a man with a robotic helmet and a cape, all
Okay.
black and
Right,
leather.
they probably think
Looks like an
No.
idiot.
He looks like an idiot because
I'd be less
'Cause he-
afraid of him.
he looks like a 40-year-old movie.
And he walks like a Frankenstein.
He does.
Who, Vader?
Vader.
No, what about the time he like jumps off the
Oh,
steps and he's like,
so-
Oh God.
General
He's not
Grievous.
exactly a bad guy.
General Grievous with the osteoporosis, and he's a cyborg.
He's not a cool villain either.
I think he is.
He looks cool,
He
but like
looks cool. And he,
First of all, I see a giant robot running at me with lightsabers down the street. I'm running the other way.
Yeah.
yeah. Jedi arts.
Oh, we forgot to mention the Carlton. The Carlton video with BSAP.
Yes, let's mention it.
Yeah, we mentioned it once before, I think.
Oh yeah, I
but
think maybe twice.
I think the Speed Force got involved and we lost 28 minutes of our lives. But
Wait, was that like 2 hours ago? That feels like 2 hours
it
ago.
felt so long ago. But we videotaped BSAP doing the Carlton, and that will be up on the website.
I
certainly
highly
will.
recommend
It
it.
was glorious.
That's good.
Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos in the Avengers movies, finally got to sit down and hear the entire script of the Infinity War, and he said it gave him goose pimples. He said goose pimples. In
Goose
the,
pimples?
yeah, that's his quote. Goose
that a
pimples.
thing?
I say
I
yes.
feel like I've heard that before.
it actually.
I say goosebumps, but he
I
actually
say-
said pimples.
Everyone says goosebumps, but whatever.
So I can't wait for that. That's always my favorite
No,
part
it
of the
sounds
Marvel
gross.
I'm excited for it.
That sounds really gross.
looks cool.
Goose pimples?
movies. Goose pimples?
That sounds disgusting.
Sounds like a
disease. It sounds like you have like gooses like growing out.
They should call them BSAPs. That's giving me BSAPs.
Yeah.
Wait, can we just analyze the fact that you just said, would you say gooses?
Gooses, yeah.
Gooses. Bell him.
Bellham. Oh, great. Did we get to? Oh, we got to 5 bells. Right?
The
Okay.
21
Yeah, we got
bell
the
salute.
we got no, 6 bells. 6 bells.
6
Because he
bells.
requested one more.
The Wolverine movie. The sequel was rumored to be Old Man Logan, and now it's rumored to be Weapon X. So I'm a little upset about that. A little disappointed. I really wanted to see Old Man Logan because I'm reading that comic right now.
In memoriam of Mr. Ice Hopes and Dreams.
Yeah, they've been squandered a long time. This is probably the coolest piece of news that we talked about before. Michael Barbieri, the son of our very own Carmelo Barbieri,
right.
the lovely woman who runs the switchboard when you first walk into Xavier High School.
Yeah, she gets me in every morning during finals week.
Every-
I ring the bell
Ring the
and
bell?
the door just opens.
There you go.
It's glorious.
And her son Michael is going to be cast, or is cast, in Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is really, really cool.
That's really cool.
There's a rumor that he's going to be playing Harry Osborn.
And he's only like 12 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 12?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
12
he's
years old.
We didn't even mention that in the first take.
He's playing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's playing a high school kid. He's playing
Rumored-
Peter Parker's friend in high school.
really cool.
He's rumored to play Harry Osborn. People want him to be Harry Osborn, actually, from what I've heard.
Mhm.
They said he's got like that kind of that look to him.
The rich
That's
kid
very
look.
cool.
Rich, like kind of smug, snarky. That's what people have been saying.
Not
He's
necessarily good things.
he's currently working on The Dark Tower, which is another really big sci-fi movie. It's a Stephen King novel. It's actually 8 Stephen King novels or 7 Stephen King novels.
Elba, right? Isn't it?
Was that?
Elba's in it.
Yeah, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
He
McConaughey.
plays the gunslinger. Who?
McConaughey,
Matthew McConaughey plays the Man in Black. It's basically a futuristic cowboy apocalypse world, which is really cool. So yeah, hopefully he comes on the podcast. I emailed Miss Barbieri about it, so hopefully she gets back to me.
I emailed J.J. Abrams.
What you email him?
I said, Dear Mr.
you.
He said he
Dear
said,
Mr. Abrams,
Maybe my godfather.
I already have one
said,
of those.
Please answer me. I look like a Wookiee.
Thank you, Pagano.
I like to be an
Seriously, what-
Ewok.
Seriously, what did
I
you say
emailed-
to him? Just say
I
it.
said, Dear Mr. Abrams, my name is Brandon Sapienza. I'm a co-host on the X-Squadron podcast.
Can we see this email?
You're just a person on it.
Yeah.
Can you forward this email to me so I can put it on the website?
Please do.
Yeah, photo of all of us.
No.
All right. So what you say to him?
It would be a pleasure if you could join us as a guest star.
I
on
think the
this-
word is
You-
honor.
You invited J.J. Abrams.
Hey, I heard him on the. I heard him on.
Multi-millionaire.
Wait, time out.
I heard him on another
Can we
podcast.
analyze this for a second?
Why didn't you tell us you did this until now?
Oh, like he's gonna answer me.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Like yesterday.
This is the kind of guy.
I've seen weirder things
The account you sent that email to probably gets read by 4 different people.
that are
who
all
then
laughing at
deem
you
it
simultaneously.
Who then deem it necessary to have it get to Abrams.
Yeah.
Like his secretary read that email and didn't even send it
Right
up
into
chain
the
of
trash.
command. Yeah. No offense.
Dragon click.
Thanks, guys.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
And here lies BSAP's hopes and dreams.
I hope you get a response. That would be pretty cool.
I
Yeah,
know.
real.
Please
Yeah, like-
stop emailing.
We gotta get we gotta start lower. Then
Well-
work ourselves up. Or we could even lie.
The voice
Like, say,
actor for Ben Quadneros.
joining us today. Yeah, I mean, he has a
You
voice
mean a
actor.
sound movie?
He doesn't actually have a
No,
voice
we
actor.
start low. Joining us today, the actor who played Darth Maul.
Ray
Ominous silence.
Park.
You know that guy's name?
Why do you
Yeah.
know his name?
Ray
He was-
Park?
He was in over like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and he can say that line
know
we
he's in-
had in
He was
Phantom
Toad
Menace.
in the X-Men movie.
We know a guy
At
called Ray
last,
Park.
we reveal ourselves
Yeah.
to the Jedi.
Shout out to Ray
At
Park.
last, we
Shout out to
will
Ray
revenge.
Park.
You know what's awesome? That Pegno knows everything about everything, and BSAP knows hardly anything about anything.
Yeah, I
Right.
know. It's fantastic.
We could just lie about him
funny.
being on the show. Doesn't
Right.
say anything in
He
Phantom
He
Menace.
was at Star Wars Celebration last year, which I did
Shut
not
up,
attend.
BSAP.
Justice League's coming out with a new animated series that Pegno is iffy about.
I think it's going
It's
to be
called
great.
Justice League Action.
You're not gonna watch
I'll give it a chance.
Pegno says it's only 8-minute episodes.
Yep, I don't like that.
More time for a storyline.
You know how many episodes they're gonna have?
Wait.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Can we roast
Well,
him?
Whoa. We just said 8 minutes. And BSAP said
More
more time
time.
for a
What I mean
storyline.
is
The
that it's not-
original
excuse
Justice-
me.
You
will be-
don't get to say excuse
I think what
me.
I think what he's getting at is that each episode is going to be pure story.
But
Right.
8 minutes of pure story is still not a lot.
Now, pure,
There's gotta be
it's
some
gonna be,
filler.
It's gonna be
Well, how
action.
long is a typical half-hour cartoon?
21
like
minutes.
21 minutes.
21
Yeah, about 20
Yeah.
minutes, yeah.
All right, and
The
how much
orig-
of that 21 minutes is?
Think about this. Think
you
of
know, is
Phineas and
15?
Ferb.
Or well,
I will
was
not
thinking- I
think
thought,
about
like,
I will not
10
think
to
about
12
Phineas and
probably.
Ferb.
guys.
Think about
All right, I think that 10 to 12 you're saying of a. So let's break it down. So a 30-minute air slot of a cartoon is the actual runtime is probably around 21 minutes. Then if you cut out whatever theme song, whatever, cut out filler, you probably have around, I want to say,
You have 20 minutes.
I want to say you have
8 minutes for commercials, 1 minute for theme song.
Yeah, he's right.
down from a 30.
I watched a
time
lot of
slot.
cartoons.
Yeah, he's right.
And the credits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have like what 10, 12 minutes of actual story, minus like filler stuff. So that's not that. I guess it's not that much more than an 8-minute episode, but
I'd like to
don't-
see how they do it.
The
I'd be
original-
interested. It's an interesting concept.
But would they be able to
definitely.
pull off an 8-minute episode where it's strictly story?
Well,
There's
the-
got to be something.
The
We'll have to
original,
see.
well, it's called Justice League Action for a reason.
Right.
It's just going to be 8 minutes of dumb action. The original Justice League show was 40 minutes an episode.
I love the
broken
original
into two
Justice
parts, and then it would be build up for like 32 minutes.
But
or
is
30 minutes.
each episode
and 10 minutes
gonna
of
have a
action.
conclusion, or is each episode gonna build on the next
Well,
episode?
I think the rumor is that it's just gonna focus around Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Okay.
And then they're gonna get like a guest every episode. So like this week is Green Arrow, and the next week they're fighting the Joker. So it's just a bunch of that. So it'll probably be like 2 minutes of establishment, 4 minutes of fighting, 2 minutes of
8
conclusion.
minutes is really not a lot
Gotta
of
see
time.
it.
It's not a lot of time at all. Like,
What did it say what channel it was gonna be on? Or is it
See,
being
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network. Oh, all right. Well,
did anyone watch the Batman: The Brave and the Bold series? On
I saw a lot of
Network?
commercials for it when I was young.
Mediocrity.
I liked. It had a few. It had a few really good
My
episodes. I
lord.
thought. The majority of it was not great. I thought there were a few good episodes.
Sure, I mean, but they got like really obscure sometimes.
Yeah. Oh my god, they got super obscure.
I like that, but still, it didn't work for what it was.
I'll give you that. I
they
didn't like.
tried-
I didn't like his. I didn't love his design in that.
It was very cartoony.
It was very cartoony. I like black and gray Batman a lot better than I like blue and yellow Batman.
I love blue and yellow Batman.
There it is.
I do.
And you had the jetpack. I didn't like that.
A lot of my
did.
favorite toys when I was a kid were blue and gray.
A lot of my favorite
Batman.
toys were Legos.
And
No
then-
one
I just
asked.
want to put it out
And then
there.
they fell
Like just
apart.
regular Legos.
Oh,
Just-
let's see. I
just
had a lot of
gray
Lego
Legos.
City stuff. Then I
I
got
mean, Lego
then I got the
Star Wars?
Lego
I,
Star
I had
Wars.
Luke's land speeder, but then it was getting ridiculous because I had the Lego Harry Potter. I had the entire Hogwarts castle,
I had that one.
Same.
and then my mom's like, "Where are we gonna put all this stuff? It's collecting
out.
dust."
When I
you
was
throw
a
it out?
kid,
No, what?
Oh,
No,
okay.
we just it's now sitting in a
You put it in a bank
basket, like a big giant basket we bought at Target.
when I was a kid, they didn't have like these crazy like $100 sets where you make a
Legos.
specit thing.
Legos
You just
are-
got a
Well,
bucket
like-
of Legos.
Legos are
Yeah.
ridiculous right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like $240 to
It's
get
really-
like Boba Fett to get the Slave 2.
Excuse me.
Oh, I had the Slave one.
It's only for the Ultimate Collectors series that you have to pay that much.
You looked into it? No, the Simpsons
Bill!
house. The Simpsons house is I think $160.
That's too much.
Why would anyone pay for the Simpsons Lego?
They're
like
just
the
little
Simpsons.
pieces of plastic
I know.
with paint
How
on them.
expensive could it be?
It's much more.
You
than
realize
that.
that's the same $240? You can get Xbox One for that.
Someone write me a term paper about about why Legos are so expensive.
I'm not writing another term paper.
Yeah,
my.
not for another 3 months.
Peace out. Nope. No.
Demo can write your term paper. You
Demo's
didn't-
Captain America.
didn't do it.
I wrote a very legitimate term paper about Captain America.
Did you get 10 pages done?
I got 9.5.
But it wasn't
what grade
an
you get?
actual history
Didn't get it
paper.
back yet.
Oh.
It wasn't an actual
Only
history paper.
7% similarity,
I had 2%.
Oh.
and actually only less than 1% of my essay was taken from outside sources.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Because you had to make it all up.
Because I had to make it all up, and the rest of it they found similarity on like Marvel's Wikipedia page.
I
Just
hope
'cause
Mr. Sweeney listens
basically-
to this episode.
I basically wrote.
You think he
the
won't be able to figure that out on his own
synopsis.
anyway?
Oh, so they run
Captain America.
similarity through like
That's a good
Turn It
point.
In or something?
Yeah.
Have you never used Turn It In?
No.
Shut up, peace out.
No, once I used
Sorry.
it.
I get to bring this up again because no one cared the first time I brought it up. But Voltron comes out tomorrow on Netflix. Voltron was one of the cartoons
Wow.
that I grew up with as a kid.
Hooray!
It looks lame.
And I don't know sign language. What is that, Matt? What? Oh, yeah, I know. We'll bring that up. Yeah, so when I was a kid, Voltron was a very big part of my childhood cartoon watching, along with Transformers and a little bit of G.I. Joe. A lot of Smurfs when I was a kid.
Smurfs?
Oh, yeah, the Smurfs.
lot of
But
Smurfs in my life,
this
too.
new Voltron on Netflix, I think it's 11 episodes. And if you watch the trailer, it's very reminiscent of the 80s cartoon, which I really like.
I'm iffy.
Why?
I know you're always iffy.
Yeah,
That's
come
okay.
on,
Give it a
Bacon.
shot. You'll give it a shot.
You're like a database, but you're always iffy about everything.
I'm going to binge watch it this weekend because it comes out tomorrow. And I will do my own review of it next
I'm gonna see Now You
podcast.
See Me Too this weekend.
What are you
instead.
saying?
Now you see me too.
You
It
want to see it?
looks ridiculous.
Doesn't
I
it
love
have like
It
a
looks
lot of
really
famous
fun.
actors?
It looks a lot
actors
like
in
a
it
lot
though?
of
It's got Daniel Radcliffe, Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson,
Daniel Radcliffe's still relevant.
Morgan
That's
Freeman.
amazing.
Yes, he's
Morgan
still very
Yeah, so it's got
relevant,
a lot of
actually.
really cool actors.
Michael Caine.
I'm personally a huge fan of Jesse Eisenberg.
Well,
Me
yes,
too,
yes.
but like the thing is,
Social Network is one of my favorite movies of all time.
That was a good movie.
the
Zombieland's
thing,
my favorite.
but like the thing is, the first one also looked really cool, and then it turned out to be like kind of weird and like.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark
I think-
Ruffalo was the best.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Mark
I know a
Ruffalo's
lot
a
of a
beast.
lot of people didn't like it. I know that.
But it's got so many famous actors in it, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like
No,
the more
no,
famous
that's like-
act, that means
that's not-
nothing.
oh, that's
That's
not
like
necess-
Expendables 3.
Which means you watch it because the Expendables. And there's
Expendables 3
explosions.
was bad.
But there's explosions.
but Michael Bay.
Okay,
There's
Mike,
explosions.
Harrison Ford in a helicopter.
Speaking of explosions and all-star cast, I watched Armageddon for the first time.
Really?
last
Oh,
night.
good movie.
Very, very good. Loved it.
I remember that when I was a kid. I remember going to the movies for that. That was my first high school girlfriend's absolute favorite movie of all time.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Good
Really?
taste.
Had to listen to that Aerosmith song over and over and over and over again.
Generations
Belt it out.
and generations.
Belt it out.
Generations.
What is that?
Are you serious?
Oh, God. Have you not seen the senior
How
dinner?
long
Show
have
me
you
the
been working
video.
here?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you
haven't
been
seen
to
it.
any
All right,
like?
well, the senior video.
Yeah, I've
The
seen
senior-
it. I've seen it once. I didn't memorize
Have you been
it.
to
sorry.
any Xavier Mass?
When
Oh, Mr. Islowski.
when our
Okay.
when our honored president, Mr. Islowski.
Fun generations.
Okay.
I met this one alumnus from the class of 1894.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's a little.
We're in dating
That's enough.
territory.
Okay, fan requests and
Wait,
emails.
we forgot Mr. Levine.
That's what did he do? How did he contact me? BSAP. How did I was
BSAP.
segueing that perfectly.
We don't have a
Smack
signal.
BSAP.
into fan requests
the
and
bell.
emails.
Bell,
with the
bell,
bell.
bell him.
Was
thank
it by
you.
bottle? I mean, come on.
Message in a bottle.
Hey, we're in the same place. They could just like, hey.
So I got an email from our headmaster, Mr. Michael Lavigny, and he had it says, "Dear Steve, I'm very proud of you guys doing such great podcasts and such good work. When can I be a verified guest?"
Whenever you want.
And
Yeah,
there
thank
you
you
go.
very
Mr.
much.
Lavigny.
School, I mean.
Demo says it perfectly. Whenever you want to come
Keep the
by,
lights on.
you come by. I did respond to Mr. Lavigny and told him, whenever he wants, and if there is a particular subject he wants to talk about, just to let me know. So I'm waiting on a response for that. But I know he's a big Star Wars and Star Trek fan. So I'm thinking maybe we can get a BSAP versus Lavigny
Mr.
I'll work
Levigny.
on the trivia.
throwdown. Star Wars
Gotta make those
throwdown.
posters.
Oh yeah, we'll make posters. all
Oh, I'll
over.
make a great poster.
We do have to throw something else, and we forgot to shout out to Papa Sap.
Oh,
the-
yes,
the
let me do
Papa
that.
Sap shout out.
Papa Sap wants to be on the next show. Do not shake your head because he bought Munchkins for us.
Oh, he bought the Munchkins.
Okay, well, yeah.
Thank
Shout
you,
out to Papa
Sap.
Sap.
Thank you.
And
All right.
Wait, I have a question. What would
Oh.
he want to talk about?
He wants to talk about Independence
Independence
Day Resurgence, I think it's called.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks so bad.
Which is the remake of Independence Day when I was a kid.
All right, look, it's his favorite movie.
Which was a good
It's not a
movie.
remake.
No, you know what I mean. It's like a
Sequel.
it's like a soft
Sequel.
reboot.
Soft reboot.
It's the same as Star Wars Force Awakens with The New Hope.
Yeah.
What are
You can't
saying?
deny that.
Like Will Smith's kid
making that
has to do exactly
We
what
just
Will
pulled the
Smith
world's
did.
largest trigger.
Will Smith's kid has to do exactly what Will Smith
With the
did in
help
the
of
first
Jeff
movie.
Goldblum and Bill Paxton.
Yeah, with the help of Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman,
Bill Pullman. I thought it was Pat. Sorry. I
and
got it mixed up.
yeah, so it's the same movie.
And
Just-
Liam Hemsworth, the not as good Hemsworth brother.
Really?
Just like there's a droid with important information, a guy in a black suit, a Jedi that doesn't know he's a Jedi yet. All those things that have those
Desert planet.
common threads.
That's
Desert
enough.
planet.
That is enough.
Oh.
That
Isn't
is
Chris
enough.
Isn't Chris Hemsworth in the new Ghostbusters?
He is.
He looks bad.
Who you gonna call?
The new Ghostbusters movies is the
Not that
entire
movie.
female
Not that
cast of
movie.
SNL.
But the theme sounds cool.
It's the same thing.
It's a little. I think it's a little
It's
different.
a
They changed it a little bit.
Remastered?
It's a
It
a
sounds
remix
cool.
from
So
Ray
what?
Parker Jr.
It doesn't need
so
a re-
let me finish my shout out really quick before we continue.
I think.
I think you're done.
I think you
I think
did
you're
it.
done.
No,
That's
enough,
so
BSAP.
shout out to Pop, but also shout out to Big Bro as always. He never listens, but
Yeah.
Hi, Greg.
Also.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Did you
annoyed.
unfollow him on Twitter?
I'm annoyed.
Download his app.
So yeah, that's.
I'm annoyed about Ghostbusters.
So thanks for that email from Mr. Lavigny. We also got an email from my buddies Joe and Mike,
Ghostbusters doesn't need
who I go to
Joe
the
and Mike.
movies all the time. We saw Ninja Turtles last night, which we'll review in a little bit. They wanted to give me their ideas from our last podcast about who would you team up with to go to war with. What superheroes would you take to war with you? Joe said he would take the Hulk, Batman, Captain America, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. Mike said he would take Batman, Professor X, Wonder Woman, Blade, and the Green Lantern.
Those are pretty good teams.
That's pretty good teams. I also forgot this one from Esteban Rivera, who's
Okay.
He's a rising sophomore. It says, blows my list of superheroes I would go with into battle. Number 5, Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hey.
I
a good
choose
choice.
this.
Yeah,
Sure.
I choose the superhero because he can act like a tank to support my
He's the
team.
muscle.
Sure.
He's able to regenerate and modify his body, which allows him to be wooden shield.
To an extent, yeah.
He would bring Scarlet Witch.
Do we say she's magic?
No magicians.
Well, and,
I
and
think-
Groot's an alien though, so this
I,
is
an
I,
alien,
yeah, I
yeah.
think these are all
Let's
no
just-
holds barred.
Right, yeah,
Let
just
her
let him
roll.
go.
Roll
Okay.
with
let
it.
it. Let
All
her
right.
go.
Okay.
The Vision,
Okay.
Who's an android?
Ant-Man, and Deadpool.
Yeah,
Sure.
Ant-Man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
I couldn't stand Deadpool on my team. It'd be so annoying.
I love Deadpool.
He just makes fun of you.
I know.
I think we're going to speak a lot about Deadpool
Oh, we
later
kill
on.
you.
In
We
this.
are.
No.
Are we going to get into that now, or is that later?
No, we have.
I think we
don't
have.
understand.
Yeah, we got one more. We got
Okay, cool.
Mike Moran's email about the video games
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
that we
excellent.
have that we gave such a great answer to.
I can do it again.
We can
do that
to-
again.
I can do that answer again.
Okay. So Mike Moran says, "Dear X-Squadron, I hear you guys talking about video games and what is popular in the world of video games. For my friends and I, it is Call of Duty Black Ops and Halo Reach, which have come out on backwards compatibility for the Xbox One. We feel that the last good Call of Duty to come out was the original Black Ops, but ever since then, the Call of Duty games have not been so good. This is the reason I will get Battlefield 1 instead of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. What do you guys think about the Call of Duty games and their inability to make a good video game in the past few years?"
Matt, start us off.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll definitely agree with you about Halo Reach. I'll talk about Halo a little bit because it's my favorite series. But Halo Reach is probably on my top 5 games list of all time, just because the storyline is awesome. It's super cool. It's dark, but it's also very meaningful. It's very emotional. It's strong. It's powerful. It's everything that the Halo series needed to be. Almost say reinvigorated, even though Halo 3 was great. Halo 4 was a disappointment, I'll say, as a Halo game, but and then I didn't play 5. But we're talking about Call of Duty now. So I'm going to have to disagree with you about Black Ops being the last good COD title. I'm going to say Modern Warfare 2 is my last good one, because although I did say I like Halo Reach because it's dark, Black Ops wasn't so much. It's not my kind of dark. It's just bloody. It's gory. It's just violent for no reason other than catharsis. It's just violent for its own sake, and that didn't really
It's a
appeal to
selling
me.
point.
Yeah, it's a selling point. It's not. It didn't really grab me as much as Modern Warfare 2 did. Modern Warfare 2 grabbed me because, as I said, like with Halo, the storyline's awesome. It's deep. It's really meaningful. It's powerful. And Spec Ops and multiplayer were both amazing. They're really fun, and it's a really strong title overall. I felt like Black Ops was cool. I don't think it really grabbed me that much, but Modern Warfare 2, MW2 is probably my last good title. And then probably with their inability to make games, I will say that it is hard to make a game. And when you have this propensity of titles, you're turning out games since Call of Duty, I think Modern Warfare, what was it? John, was it 2
2
or
came
3?
out in 7 or 9. No. When did 2 come out? 2007 or 2009?
Well, but anyway, is that when they started kind of churning out games?
Yeah.
So
Yearly.
yeah, and like
annually, yeah.
And I think that's the problem, is that after that game, they just started turning out titles every year. Like they just
Black Ops 2 was 2010, Modern Warfare 3 was 11, and then
they just like Treyarch and Activision. They're both like
they alternated.
Yeah, but and they've clearly shown they can do great stuff. But I think when you rush a giant title like that, you're gonna lose some innovation.
Yeah,
You can
take your
make
time.
Yeah, you can make a working game, definitely, and we see that it works. It definitely works, but so much as being a fun, innovative, new, fresh title, I really don't think they've been able to do it. And I played 2. I didn't play Ghosts too much. I played a little bit of Advanced Warfare. I heard Infinity Warfare.
Black Ops 3.
Infinite Warfare. was
Black Ops
terrible,
3 is out too, yeah.
and 3 was, I think, okay. And I know, John, you like Black Ops 2 because of the zombies.
I'm going to get into that. For me, the last good one was 2. My personal favorite is Modern Warfare 3. Like I mentioned this before we got cut off, but Modern Warfare 3 is my favorite. No one else on the planet will say that. I don't know. To me, it just took what Modern Warfare 2 did and built on it, plus just continues the storyline.
I'll give you that.
But I say Black Ops 2 was the last good one because the zombies was awesome. The rest of the game was okay, but after that, they're just unplayable. And just the one thing I want to bring up, the best game series, or you could almost say is there's some exceptions, but the best game series, they release a title once every few years instead of annually, like Fallout, BioShock, GTA.
Mario. I like
Yeah.
Mario.
Well,
Pokemon.
BioShock.
Pokemon.
BioShock came out. I think the
I
first.
said I'll get
The
you.
first BioShock
like
game
Pokemon.
was a launch title for the Xbox 360, and it's awesome. It's still awesome. It's like terrifying. Like it's a really good game. 2, I didn't really play that much of. It wasn't great. Wasn't anything too new. That came out, I think, a year or two, a few years later, and then they did nothing until BioShock Infinite came out, which was amazing. It was honestly, John, did you play BioShock Infinite?
I have not actually,
Oh
but
man,
I've
you
heard
gotta
it's a
play
fantastic
It's
game.
really good. But yeah, they played with the formula. They took what they did was I won't get into the specifics of it now, but what they did is they have a core gameplay formula, which is basically going through a semi-open world level design and taking out enemies. Collecting items, and it's a lot of backtracking sometimes. They took that concept and put it into a new environment, new characters, new enemies, new abilities, new like everything. They basically overhauled the whole thing, but they kept the core concept. And I think that's what makes a really strong game series. I know, John, do you think Far Cry was able to do that?
Far Cry, I'll
Far
say
Cry Primal.
no. Let me get into
okay.
this. I'm gonna keep this short. But I could get onto this at a later date.
Please.
Far Cry is my favorite game series of all time. My favorite game of all time is actually Far Cry Primal.
No, this is the
Yes, it
stupidest
is.
game I've ever seen.
Stupidest.
That's because you haven't played it.
Yes.
Far Cry as a series is fantastic. Like I said, it's my favorite. But the reason I like Primal is because for me, I've always wanted a game in the Paleozoic era. I just always thought it was a really cool concept.
You see the Flintstones covers in the game?
That's actually a really cool Easter egg.
Are you serious?
It's in the
Yeah,
game.
I'm
Yeah,
dead
it's an
serious.
Easter
Really
egg.
fun.
John's
Yeah.
native
Yeah,
time
I like
period.
that.
You have to like jump off a river or like a bridge or something, and you like
Yeah, it's in a pond.
it's in a pond.
That's very fun.
I don't know. I just thought that was always something I wanted. I wanted a game set in that era, and for my favorite game series to do it, and they did it well because I just like the hunting aspect of Far Cry. That's my personal favorite, and the aspect of kind of group hunting and hunting mammoths and stuff and fighting off saber-tooths and the whole tribal warfare. For me, it's fantastic. I just like it.
Cool. Thanks, Mike, for that question. Keep them coming. We like answering them. So we're going to move on to our main segment right now.
And I have to leave.
Aw, Demo.
So
This is 2 episodes in a row we've had to have someone leave early.
Goodbye.
Hey,
Bye.
you know, we have
Yeah.
we're busy. We're busy people.
I will
Plus-
see you
yeah,
next
Good thing,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll get in touch with you to tell you what the topic's about.
All right.
All right.
See
Thanks,
ya.
Demo.
Bye, Demo.
But the main topic today is going to be the anti-hero. The anti-hero is very popular these days, and I think it's always been popular throughout cinema and literature
Yeah,
and
since
comic
like the
books.
60s. No, actually
And-
the 30s. I
Yeah.
guess.
And I don't think people are aware of the term anti-hero or what it means to be an anti-hero.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
We have
But-
Matt enlighten us.
But now
This was Matt's idea.
it is
Explain
Matt.
it.
It was Matt's idea.
I have a whole thing here.
But you know, with the resurgence of characters like
Walter White.
Deadpool and the Punisher in the comics, you know, it raises the idea of, you know, what is this anti-hero?
It brings it to the forefront.
Sure.
All right, so this is my segment. So first, like Mr. I said, a lot of people aren't really clear on what the concept of an anti-hero is really all about, and so essentially, an anti-hero is a term used to describe a character that's not entirely a hero or a villain, but it's rather like somewhere in between, someone who's like it's a protagonist usually.
Lacks heroic attributes.
Yeah, you could say, yeah, definitely. And
No.
That's the definition from Wikipedia.
I know.
copied that.
I could tell.
perfect. But one to just kind of introduce you, get you thinking about it, is in pop culture, you could think of Walter White from Breaking Bad, which I love. But Anyway, he's not a good guy by any means, but he's also not necessarily a bad guy. He's playing by his own rules, his own motivations, his own motives. He's playing his own game, and that's what are you saying?
Well, when I dug deeper into it, I noticed that it's more of a character that believes what they're doing is right, regardless of what their choice is.
They follow their own
That's
morals.
a great way to do it.
And they don't care how they get to that end.
No, that's really the big thing, is that they don't care about the. Well, I will say that it's not that they don't care about collateral damage.
They put themselves first.
Yes.
Exactly.
And
They don't
and
care.
their morals first.
They're out. They exist outside the whatever ongoing dichotomy of good and evil there is. Like, for example, okay, you could say, I'm going to go back to Walter White because it's easy for people to understand. But he's in between the DEA and the cartels. It's as simple as that. But he's his own player. He's not on either side. He's just going for himself. But I think that the reason an anti-hero is so popular now and forever ago is because they're flawed like we are as a viewing audience. Like, none of us are the Joker. Mm-hmm. None of us are this crazy villain
Darth
like
Vader.
Stop it.
He's not
Get
a
out.
comic book character. But an anti-hero is flawed in a way that a viewer can relate to. They're human, and that's the most important thing I feel that makes an anti-hero such a cool character. And in comics, they're really, like I said, they're outside the realm of good and evil. Like, those terms just don't apply to them. You can't describe them as either good or evil. They don't care, what the rest of the superheroes want. If one of them makes like a guest appearance during a struggle, they might fight for one side or the other, but they don't really care
Who wins?
exactly.
That was like
Unless,
the Punisher during Civil War.
Yeah.
Like he just didn't care. He was.
Yeah, exactly. Black
he was
Panther
just doing what he wanted to
he
do.
just wants the guy who killed his father, and that's a great. And he's kind of playing to those attributes in there. So they have ulterior motives, but they might help the heroes. They might help one side or the other if that helps them get what they want. So you could think like
Batman.
yeah, actually sometimes, and a lot.
Batman?
Batman is definitely an anti-hero.
Yeah,
Actually,
you can
that's
make
a
that
really
argument.
that's a really good point. Actually,
The
because
anti-hero is someone that is the centric character of the story that has untraditional methods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I would say that 95% of the people in Gotham
And
consider
honestly,
Batman a menace.
But he has a moral code. I think
Have
anybody
you
that
seen
has
Dark Knight?
Yeah, have you seen? Yeah, if you
I've
look at
seen
the
The Dark
Dark
Knight.
Knight,
A lot of people actually okay, so in Dark Knight, Gotham City is split. There are people who really hate Batman,
And
but there are
people
people
love
who support him.
Like Jim Gordon.
that's the Dark Knight Returns too.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I don't think Batman is an anti-hero.
He's an
He's a
anti-hero.
vigilante.
No.
Definitely.
He's a vigilante. Red Hood is an anti-hero.
Yes,
an
I
anti-hero.
would
That's
agree
his
with
point.
that.
Red Hood is not afraid to massacre people with machine guns.
Batman?
would never do that.
I love Red Hood.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Killing doesn't make you an anti-hero. It's your methods are untraditional.
Also,
Batman's method of not coming out in daylight, going in the shadows, torturing people,
To
making
be
them
fair,
drink out of
Batman has
straws.
killed a lot of
He
people.
has, but Batman, if he has to. Batman's his first action is never to kill someone.
Well, Michael
His-
Scott is an anti-hero. He doesn't kill anyone. He's the boss in the office.
Think
Michael
about what
Scott
he does.
is the
Think about
man.
what Batman does, though. His first instinct is to, knock someone out or incapacitate.
It's to do what he has to
them.
do.
But it's to incapacitate them. If he wanted to, Batman could walk around with katanas, but
I
he
said
doesn't.
it doesn't matter if he kills them.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I
He's
see
an
Red
anti-hero
Hero.
by definition.
Honestly, think
Red
we're
Hood,
not,
excuse me.
We're not going to come to
Yeah, it's up for it's up for
But
debate.
I think we can agree to disagree on this, and I think that's interesting. And this is exactly why an anti-hero is cool, because it plays with the concept of good and evil, and it leaves people guessing. Like, it leaves people
Deadpool.
arguing. Exactly. They're like, no, he's good. He's good.
Was that
no,
the right
he's
thing to
bad, he's
do?
bad. Exactly. It's this right and wrong, and kind of who is the arbiter of what is right and
yeah,
wrong.
is there
It's like-
really such thing as a right or wrong thing, or is it
And
just up to your own
Is it
morals?
what Superman and the Justice League say is right and wrong, or
Mm-hmm.
what the Punisher says is right and wrong? Because Punisher's family was killed, and he's getting back at the Mafia for doing it.
With
Is
his
that right?
Vietnam
Or,
skills.
exactly.
So in Captain America: Civil War, is Captain America not a anti-hero before the Sokovia Accords,
I don't
but
think
is
he's an anti-hero at all.
I think he.
no, but
I
because
think-
he's
I
but
understand
because he's breaking the rules after the Sokovia Accords,
doesn't-
does that make
untraditional.
him an anti-hero?
I-
Not at all.
Yes,
It's
it
not
does.
traditional.
Every
I'd say
superhero,
it
every
does.
superhero
He's
is
an anti-hero.
every superhero ever is technically a lawbreaker. Does that make them an anti-hero?
That's the question.
Actually, in the DC universe, they amended the Vigilante Act. So
I think that. Well, you have to remember about like the terms heroes and villains. don't necessarily pertain to certain like characters as a static value of them. Like, it's what role they play in that storyline. So I think that what you're saying about, like, it's a good point. Like, Captain America goes off the reservation. He's doing whatever he wants or what he thinks is right.
Yeah, that was a Captain America movie. If that was an Iron Man movie, I guess Captain America probably could have been seen as an antagonist.
Exactly, and that movie is written honestly to make you see Tony Stark and the Registration Team as the bad guys.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty
I'd say
clear.
that's fair.
But when you look at it, it's hard to look at that objectively because inherently it's a subjective argument.
It's most definitely.
So,
Yeah.
but I think that in that situation, that's actually kind of a little bit unique because that's playing
This kind of
heroes
duel.
against each other, and it's left to the reader or the viewer to decide who is the hero and who's the bad guy. So I don't think anti-hero is really applicable to that.
Because-
I think what Pegno said about Black Panther, I think that's more.
He's closer than Cap is, because look what Cap's
Yeah.
doing. Cap's going to stop those other, super soldiers like that are like Bucky. He's going to stop them for the good of the world.
Yeah.
He's not doing it for his
Well,
own
I think
personal vendetta.
If you look at it from the people's perspective, because that's what I think an anti-hero really is, it's from everyone else's perspective of what you're
Right.
doing, and not by their own. So if you look at V7 is just baffled.
He's silent.
I'm just. That doesn't make any sense.
Boba Fett is an anti-hero.
Yes.
How is Boba Fett
Boba
an
Fett's in it because he's above the law. He's doing highly illegal things.
See, I disagree with that.
Boba Fett's
I
stupid.
I think he's just a villain.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Boba
Yeah,
Fett.
Boba Fett's a straight
yeah.
villain.
I mean,
See,
like,
for
look
me-
at Darth Vader saying no
Okay,
disintegration.
you know what? Actually,
For me,
I'm
this
gonna
is-
look at that again. I agree with you because
Well, Luke
he's just a
Skywalker.
villain that people like.
Right. Like
Yeah,
for me,
I
an,
agree.
an,
Well,
an
I mean-
anti-hero is someone who's
Who still tries
know.
to perform good.
You could
Right.
like
make
Red Hood. Red
Right.
Hood still wants to help people, but he's not afraid to light people up doing it.
That's the thing. Like, it's a hard concept to nail down. Like,
it is, yeah.
absolutely.
Well,
And I-
let's give people that are listening, because not everyone deals with comics and comic characters.
I can make it into
I have
a
a
movie.
list here of people or characters that are seen in movies by just about everybody who likes movies that aren't necessarily comic book characters.
Go for it.
So James Bond,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
anti-hero.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll give you that.
Absolutely is.
He plays by his own
He does
rules.
not care really who he hurts,
He
as
does-
long as he
yeah.
gets his mission.
Well, the
Really.
Daniel
But he's
Craig
a
James
govern-
Bond.
but
he's a-
only Daniel
Yeah,
Craig
Daniel
James
Craig
Bond.
James
Because
Bond.
Sean Connery is not an anti-hero.
I'll take.
Yeah,
Sean Connery.
he's a government agent
Connery.
though.
I
Like,
love. He's my favorite.
if he was his own, if he was a lone wolf, yes. but
He
a
was
government
rogue for
agent.
the last two.
Jason Bourne.
movies.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne is on the
Bourne.
list.
Jason Bourne
Ethan
is
Hunt.
Of the
I
Bourne
would say
Identity.
Jason Bourne, not James Bond.
Ethan Hunt of Mission Impossible.
Ethan Hunt, definitely.
I like it. Well, like, I think which Mission Impossible? All of them?
Yeah, he goes rogue in one.
Well, he goes
The one
rogue
called
in all-
Rogue Nation.
He goes,
Yeah,
he goes rogue in
Rogue
all of them.
He goes rogue in all of them. So I think so yeah, when he goes off his briefing.
All right, this is a great one. Dexter
Yes.
Yes, perfect
Yes.
example.
Yep.
That is a
Dexter
perfect
is a
example.
perfect
You're on the
anti-hero.
Wikipedia
Really
page.
good.
No, I
you
did some
wrote it
research.
down?
He's got a
Nice.
thing. He's
Watch
got a thing
Dexter,
here.
by the way.
Watch Dexter.
Now I saw
Wasn't
this
nuts about Dexter.
Snape, Severus Snape
Yes,
from Harry
that is
Potter.
a great example.
Oh, because you know who it is?
That's interesting,
He was
actually.
one of the people I was.
I didn't even think about that.
I
That's
think-
actually a really
I think
good
you
You
example.
can make the argument that the Jedi Order is an anti-hero.
Okay, go ahead.
And they play by their own rules. Think about more towards like Revenge of the Sith.
Well, Luke Skywalker is technically like a bad guy. He's a rebellion against the government.
Luke Skywalker, yes.
An oppressive
Not the Jedi
government.
Order, though, because the Jedi Order works
What
with the
what
Galactic
did the
Senate.
Empire even do?
The Empire's not that bad for the people.
What were they doing?
They're not.
Yeah, they're just
they're actually-
enslaving people.
No, they're
and
not.
oppressing
They're
them.
not. They're not
High
facing- they're not-
taxes. Have you watched Rebels?
No. He's right. He's right. The Empire is kind of like
You're
they're
the
good.
Senate.
No, they're good. They're good for rich people. They really are. The Empire is good to rich people. They do enslave people.
All right,
They
I
do
was
take
sp-
over rogue worlds. And
I was
just-
speaking from my knowledge of like the novels. I haven't watched Rebels.
I'm not reading a book to learn about Star Wars.
No.
What about Jack Sparrow?
Of course.
Yeah. Well.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
100%.
He's a
Goes
pirate.
against-
He's a
yeah.
pirate. Yeah,
goes against the-
absolutely.
yeah.
Is there when's a new Pirates?
Is
come
there
out?
a new
Dares.
one?
no, there was
I
some
don't know.
trouble with the Australian government because Johnny Depp brought his
Oh my
dogs.
god, I remember that.
They're like, you're
Is
not allowed.
Andy from Toy Story an anti-hero?
No.
What?
Andy.
No,
Andy's
Watso.
very. I'm gonna
Andy's-
defenestrate you.
Do you, are you
Lots
saying?
of-
Are you
lots
trying to
of-
make a joke?
It's a
Like,
joke.
Anti-hero, anti-hero.
Oh no, man!
Is that the
I
joke
don't
you're
even think
trying
he was
to make?
going for that.
Take a lap, just regardless.
He couldn't take.
Take a lap.
What about Judge Dredd? One of my favorite sci-fi movies.
Judge Dredd. Did you like the
Okay.
movie? I love the movie.
I like the movie a
Movie's
lot.
The
so
Stallone
good.
one is hilarious.
I don't like the Stallone one. I like the newer one.
No, the
with-
newer one is so good.
Yeah, but those of you who haven't watched Judge Dredd, it's a futuristic world where
Mega City
cops
one.
are cops are judges and they judge you on the spot.
They're
when they,
judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, and they judge you immediately when they catch you in the act of breaking the law. Someone else people might know is John McClane
Yes.
from Die Hard series.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'd say-
probably
I'd
only in
say
the
so.
first one.
Only the first one.
Yeah, but in the
Yeah.
second one, he's working with the government. The third one's good, but
Because remember, he is a cop.
nothing's- The cops.
He's a cop.
Well, he's out of his jurisdiction
Yeah.
when he's in the
which
first one.
which is why you can
I think
definitely
Because he's
say
a New York cop in California.
Which you can definitely say he's an anti-hero.
I
He's
think
definitely
I think he's an anti-hero by necessity.
because the I think the LA cops were like, we gotta get him out of there. Tell him to stop shooting people, and he was just like, no, I'm gonna go barefoot and shoot people.
Yeah, because like they don't believe him at first. Because like, of course not. Like someone calls on Christmas Eve saying, oh, there's terrorists in the building.
Alan
It's like,
Rickman's
yeah,
in the building.
thanks.
A lot of the people on this list are.
Have you seen Die Hard, Bisa?
Um,
He hasn't. All right.
that
move
means
on.
No, wait, no,
Right-
wait.
That's the one with
I'm
John
trying to
McClane,
think.
and he's like,
I know who.
yippee-ki-yay.
And then expletive.
What did
A lot of
Yes.
people. A lot of people
I
on this
did.
list are like espionage kind of guys. Jack
Yeah.
Bauer is another one.
Oh
From
yeah,
24.
Yes.
Yeah,
My
I
brother
haven't,
loves
I
that
haven't
show.
watched 24. Is it
not
good?
nuts about it.
Big Bro loves that
I'm
show.
not a big Sutherland fan, so
Okay.
I didn't.
That's
really-
right. Yeah,
He was in The
I mean, his
Wild.
name's
It was
Kiefer.
Kiefer Sutherland.
The Madagascar ripoff.
This one's interesting. Gregory House.
Gregory.
from
Really?
House, the show House.
Huh.
Big
I
Bro.
guess,
Is there
right?
like an?
A-
Is there an-
absolutely. I mean, he's a doctor
I don't watch
that
that show.
doesn't
I've
care
never
what
seen
people
House.
think, and he's
Yeah.
gonna
That's
do it.
actually that's
That's
cool.
yeah. You can say
Yeah,
that.
you don't think you wouldn't think about that, but yeah, I guess you can fill that role with really any character. It doesn't have to be like a superpowered struggle, or even like the espionage guys. Yeah, he goes against the rules like more than he does follow them.
Beetlejuice.
I haven't seen Beetlejuice.
You haven't seen Beetlejuice?
Love Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's a good
Beetlejuice.
one.
Mike
It's a little
Patton.
creepy.
I have to see Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
I
it's-
only
it's
know
weird.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's Tim
That's all I
Burton,
know.
right? Isn't that
Love
Tim
Tim-
Burton?
Love Tim Burton.
It is Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I love Tim. I like Tim Burton, so
I'm
I'll
the only
watch
one
it.
that doesn't like Tim Burton.
Why don't you like Tim Burton?
Why don't you like
It's
Tim
just
Burton?
I don't.
I'm not a big fan of Tim Burton.
I don't.
Love.
It's just,
It's
I
not
don't.
bad. He's
Edward
alright.
Scissorhands is awesome.
His work.
I had a
scared me.
discussion about someone who hated Tim Burton.
That was
I don't
probably
remember
me.
who-
He's
no, it
he's
wasn't me. I
very
remember who
he's
it
hit or
was.
miss.
He's what?
He's hit or miss.
Yeah,
He
he
was.
is.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's the
so-
only thing I really truly like from
Nightmare
him.
Before Christmas?
I don't like
that's
the
interesting.
I don't like the
Yeah.
live action movies he does.
Nah,
like
they're
Edward
weird.
Scissorhands. Did he do Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah.
It
I
looks
love
like
Edward
he
Scissorhands.
would have.
He
Love
does,
Edward
he does.
Scissorhands.
I don't like the '89 Batman that much.
No.
It creeped me out when I was a kid. It just creeps me
The
out.
Prince song.
It is really creepy.
Isn't that a
Millennium
good thing
scene.
though? If it creeps you out,
You want to get nuts?
No,
it's
not
a
like
Batman.
No, not in a good way. Not in a
No.
good way. That's the thing is there's a good way of being creeped out when it's like
Like,
Yeah, like I
any
was-
superhero movie is gonna creep you out.
I was
Should
creeped
be
out
a
by
Batman
I was creeped
movie.
out by Insidious, and that was a good creep out.
Dark Knight creeps. Dark Knight still creeps me out.
Dark Knight, yeah.
They had the first
stupid.
teaser
Really?
trailer for the Joker.
When he's like doing the Joker speech and they do the sound effect with like the piano like, the piano wire.
Yeah.
You know, that like it's like
You know what scares me in the Dark
Sets
Knight when
sets you on edge.
they're
I can't believe
they,
you've seen
they
it.
pretend to kill when it's a decoy of Batman being
Yeah,
killed
yeah.
and
The
then
hang-
they just
hanging,
slam
yeah.
them.
Oh, the jump scare.
That's a really good one.
In the world of video games,
Alright,
we got
thank you.
Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep, I
I
agree.
don't even know what that is.
Nope.
I do.
Oh, Devil May Cry is a good game.
So many-
That's-
there's
I
too-
played that game.
There's so
It's-
many.
it's
and they're
old.
all
There's 3 of them
expensive.
now.
You
right?
played the original.
I played the original one.
Original.
Okay, that's still good though.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Kratos from God of War, which is one of my
Yes,
all-time favorite
definitely.
games.
just
Solid
turn your mic off.
Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You could argue that. You could argue that. I wouldn't say it's definitely.
Yeah,
but you could
I
argue
would. I'd say it's arguable. I
In
wouldn't
some
say
of the
it's
games.
black and white. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I haven't played. There's so many now. It's hard to do a definitive anything about that. But yeah, Snake, I'd say.
Han Solo.
Absolutely.
Yes.
it. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I would say absolutely.
Wait a minute.
100%.
Here we
100%.
go.
He killed
Greedo.
Greedo.
In the
He
bar.
shot first.
He shot first.
Well, according to the special
Han shot
editions,
first.
they
Han
shot at the same time,
shot
and he made
first.
a little.
No,
yeah,
he
did
shot
shoot
first.
Han shot
He did
first.
shoot
Han
first.
shot first.
He's trying to save his life. If a guy walked into you pointing a gun at you, and you're as sly as Han Solo, would you not shoot him?
Probably not.
I wouldn't.
Really?
I don't think I would.
All
kill a
I'm
dude.
saying is that Han Solo's an anti-hero.
He's also
Yeah.
a smuggler. Like, he's a career criminal.
Right. He's
We'll
like
realize
he's like
this.
yeah.
We'll find out more in the
He's
novels.
out.
No,
He's
a
only about
career-
Han Solo.
Right. Exactly.
I think if you look at the situation, the setting he's in, he has to be a smuggler in order to make money because the
you're
end
wrong.
setting
You're
is he
wrong.
in?
You're wrong.
This
You're
Setting,
wrong.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's an
That
anti-hero.
makes no sense. What do you mean he has
Just
to be
because
a
he's an
smuggler?
anti-hero doesn't
Why
that doesn't
can't he
mean
be
he's
a part of
good.
the
Hold on,
I mean, he's
you
not good.
Never,
He's fantastic.
ever
Ever.
say you're wrong again to me. I will end you
Why?
any way possible. except
Except you're not
physical. I love
scary
you,
enough
I know.
to threaten anyone.
Of course I am.
It's
You
like
never.
being threatened by an Ewok.
I'll throw a rock at you.
I'll squish you with
All right,
something.
so
You want me to throw
do you
another
have anything to
coffin?
say?
No, because you have to think about it. He has to smuggle because
Who
the
doesn't?
Empire's
No, he
after him
doesn't.
all the time. If they see any of the
They're
stuff.
after him for smuggling.
But the stuff he likes, if you read the novels,
He's an anti-hero.
Why are you
If
so
you-
upset about
if
it?
Why
you
did
read
your
the
voice get
novels,
No,
quiet?
just because he's an
Beca-
anti-hero, that doesn't
if
mean
you
it's
read
bad.
no, it's not. But
good
if you read the
thing.
Yeah, it
novels,
could
the
be a
stuff
good
he's
thing.
Wait,
smuggling.
I thought the novels weren't canon anymore.
They're not canon.
Some of them are.
Expanded universe.
If you read some of the novels, the stuff he's carrying is like not technical. It's like it's technically illegal.
Would
but
you say
not
it's untraditional to carry these items?
Yes.
Okay.
He's an
Would you say
anti-hero.
that those are untraditional methods that he uses to carry those items?
The Rebel
No.
Alliance as a whole.
is
It's
anyone
just
that's
one
a part of
big
it? Is
anti. Yeah.
You're the only one that's going to say Han Solo is not an anti-hero.
I see what you're saying, but I don't
the
agree with it
entire
100%.
Rebel Alliance.
I
How
think
is the Rebel Alliance an
Because they're
anti-hero?
going against the government.
The
and
government
they're
that is
liked by the
oppressive.
crowd.
The
Doesn't
fa-
matter. It's still a government.
the fact that you say not 100% means that you're seeing our argument, seeing that it's right, but you're
But you're
like,
just
hold-
he's just sticking
you're
up
like,
for
I think you're
himself.
I think you're being stubborn, and you're like at like 97%.
What else is new?
That's true.
What about? I don't know if anybody watched Heroes. I was a huge Heroes fan.
Didn't. I've been meaning
No,
to.
sorry.
I wanted to watch Heroes Reborn, didn't watch it.
Yeah, I started
I
it
heard
and
it was
I
bad.
stopped around episode 4. But one of the main characters is Noah Bennett. Those of you who are listening that watched
Heroes.
Heroes will know who he is. I think he's kind of like he's the head of this secret agency
Okay.
that keeps track of the heroes.
Then he's definitely an anti-hero.
And yeah, and he does whatever he has to do to kind of keep tabs on them. So
Okay.
he doesn't really care
Oh, like
what he
Amanda
does or who he
Waller.
hurts. Or like who?
Like Amanda Waller.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, who is
anti-hero.
also an anti-hero.
Yeah, she's cool.
Everyone
Amanda
in the
Waller
Suicide
is
Squad.
the head of Argus.
Everyone in the Suicide
Oh,
Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Everyone in the Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Well,
did
no,
you
they're
see-
just villains.
Did you
No,
see
they're
the,
villains.
they're villains. They're not
straight up
anti-heroes.
villains.
Ooh, Deathstroke.
Okay, some of them.
Deadshot.
Deadshot and Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
No,
Deathstroke.
not Deathstroke. I'm sorry, Deadshot. Yeah.
Deathstroke's
Deadshot.
not-
You could
Deathstroke.
argue just Deadshot.
Deathstroke
yeah.
is an anti-hero, but like Deadshot is really the only one on that team who's an anti-hero. Captain Boomerang's a villain. I guess
I think a paid assassin is a villain.
Yeah.
there are some.
Yeah,
there
but,
are,
Yeah, but he's doing it for his
and
daughters
they're
and
just
medical
villains
bills.
because of what they do. Harley Quinn is
well,
just
I
a
think
psycho.
I know there. I think there are a few. I love Harley Quinn.
I feel bad
so
for Harley
much.
Quinn.
Do
I
you
really
really?
hope.
I really
I don't
Why?
feel bad for her.
No, I don't
think
feel
she's
bad.
just
she was
cool.
She was just like this psychiatrist, and she was just, and then she got messed up by this dude in makeup. I feel.
I think
pretty
she's a
bad.
better person now.
She's an awesome character. I really hope they do her well in this.
From the trailers, she looks
Yeah,
fantastic.
She like her character.
Yeah, that's what I
I don't
mean.
want her. I don't want her to get downplayed and just be like a sex toy. But I think
not
she's.
going
I
to
think
be.
she's going to be a really.
She's
good
the
character.
focus.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh yeah, being played very well.
What about Wolverine?
Yeah.
Semi.
Semi?
Well, I actually
the X-Men.
Wolverine's
Well,
actually on my list here of like people I was going to talk about. Like Wolverine plays with the X-Men if he feels like it. He's also killed more people than your average villain. Like he is not a good dude. Like,
Well, I mean, he has been through like 6 world wars.
yeah, he's been he's been through a lot, but like so is the Joker. It doesn't
Well,
really
no,
excuse
I mean, he's
it.
literally been around since the
Yeah,
Civil War,
It explains it. Yeah, but
and he fought in every single war.
Yeah.
I do not doubt he was at the Battle of Gettysburg.
probably.
There was I thought I saw some type of images of him in Civil War gear, like Hugh Jackman in Civil War.
Yeah,
gear.
that's in no, that's probably a flashback, but that was in
Yeah.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
Hugh
best part of that
Jackman's
whole
so
movie.
cool.
They flash
Hugh
through every
Jackman's
single
really
major
cool.
war
Yeah, it was
and
pretty
show how
cool.
him and Sabretooth were in the
cool guy.
wars. And
All right, so yeah, so like, and getting back to like, we talked about all these people and like, and they have this one theme that's common to all of them is that they're really devil may care is the best way to describe it. You're thinking, Han Solo, is a good
Han
one.
Solo.
He's devil may care. He does not give a damn like what the alliance
no.
wants. Once he gets his money,
He
he's
made
out
an
of it.
attempt to just leave.
he tried to
yeah,
leave in
to
episode
save his
5.
own skin.
His first
And there it is.
thank you. His first
Go in the
act was
corner.
just to leave, and
Did he try to leave in every movie? No.
No,
in
he
the-
wanted like actually like off screen. He's like I think the character arc.
He
is
fell off
done.
the screen in
Yeah.
Force Awakens.
he
Sure.
You're an evil person.
Ooh. And if you think Deadpool, like Deadpool, he said, what does he say, John? He starts before like my body count was 29 before I started. Now it's 81. like just in the movie. So yeah, he's massacring people to get to Francis in that movie. So
also, Michael Corleone.
Oh.
That's one we haven't mentioned. That's
Okay.
my favorite anti-hero of all
Yeah,
time.
sure.
From The
From
Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Anyone here seen The
Steph, have you
Godfather?
seen The
Yes,
Godfather?
I've seen The
Okay,
Godfather.
good. Yeah, there you
Of
go.
course.
okay, so but yeah, these
Obligatory.
these characters, what's common to all of them is that they turn things on their heads. They play havoc with the concept of good versus evil, like this struggle. They're outside it. They don't really care. They're just doing whatever suits their needs best. So I think it's a really cool concept, and I love what it does with other characters when you introduce them. Like when you bring in Deadpool and have everyone kind of reacting to him. But yeah, so yeah, I think that wraps it up. I think that's anti-heroes.
There you go.
Cool. Anybody besides Pegno see the Ninja Turtles movie?
Do I really want to?
Yes,
No?
you have to see it. It's the funniest thing I've ever
let,
seen.
let me play. Let me get. Start talking about it. I'm gonna
All
get
right,
my
so-
spoiler warning bill.
I think this. Oh, the spoiler. Okay, this was. Was this the worst Ninja Turtles movie?
I don't think it was the worst. There was. I
The
think
previous one.
Ninja Turtles
was really
2.
bad.
Oh, the ooze.
No, the previous one,
Secret
the
of
first
the-
Michael Bay one, I enjoyed.
It's not that bad.
I actually enjoyed it.
not
I
bad.
did. Don't look at me like that, Pegno.
I think-
We both like Pacific Rim.
Pagano.
That's true. We do like this. Figure out.
You
Uh,
messed it up. That's two to this episode.
That's
You called him
that's
Pegno.
all right. You guys have like a very similar last name.
Do we really?
We still have to.
Pegno,
Pegno.
Pagano.
It's like-
It's similar.
Two letters off.
Yeah. But yeah, I did like the first one a little bit.
All right.
The very first Ninja Turtles movie in the 90s was very good.
I'm okay with it. It's fine.
Well, you got to remember when I was a kid, that was like
I don't really like anything Ninja
was
Turtles.
kinda
yeah, no,
high-tech.
I am
Can't
not. I'm
even
not a
see
fan of the
anything in
turtles.
The whole movie though, it's
What was
like
it?
all black. The movie, I can't see anything.
Oh, well, that's how
lighting is
that's
terrible.
how half of the Batman movies are nowadays.
I like the
don't like
the
those either.
2000s. I like the 2000s animated series that was on when I was a kid.
Yeah, that one's cool.
That was
with-
really
with the
really
radical
good.
theme song.
Yeah.
The new cartoon that's on Nick
It's
is
awful.
on. It's
Is it
not
new?
that
There's
bad.
another one?
Yeah, there's a newer one.
Really? Huh,
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know
pretty
that.
cool. It's okay.
Trying to like mix. It's trying to do what like Teen Titans did and mix like Western and Eastern animation.
Okay.
Teen
I love
Titans.
Teen Titans.
Titans.
Teen,
What?
Teen
What
Titans
Teen
Go
Titans?
is
What?
bad.
Nothing.
Teen Titans
Teen
is
Titans
good.
Go is terrible.
Teen
Yeah,
Titans.
it's awful.
Teen Titans. Just
Ben 10 is
Titans
also
good.
awful.
Ben 10 was okay.
I liked Ben 10 when it
It's like-
started.
I like Ben 10.
Okay, we
Ben
can
10
make
wasn't
the
bad.
we can make
First
the argument.
Ben
The
10
first,
series.
the
Yeah, just
first
the
3
beginning.
seasons.
I
were
have a
okay.
better watch
The
than
first
Ben
iteration
10. Just
was-
saying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Rebels.
No, Rebels is good.
What do you say? Who, see, you make
I don't
me
like
sound
Rebels is
like
really
all I
good.
talk. I said
Clone
that
Wars
I
is
have a
better.
better watch
Clone Wars
than
is
Ben
better,
10.
but Rebels is awesome.
I am the Senate.
Stop talking.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it. I know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now. Don't go see it.
yeah.
Go
I
see
don't-
it.
I don't
It's
think
worth
so.
it.
No.
Pirate it. That's what I'm. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
wait,
suggesting.
wait.
Yeah, argue.
Do illegal things.
It was a. It wasn't
Johnny
made.
Dog.
It definitely was not made for me and anyone who was my age.
Even Pacific Rim fans.
I'm not
won't
even
like
sure
it.
who it was made for.
It was made for 10-year-olds.
No, I don't. It's.
I think that's
PG-13.
those
It-
movies.
what?
It's
yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah, but it was a movie that didn't need you to concentrate at all
I thought it
on,
was-
on
What,
any
ju-
story
did it
because
just
there
throw
wasn't
action
one.
at you?
All it was
No,
was
there's
action.
No, there was no
Don't tell me
memorable
there's a lot
action
of
scene
pizza.
though.
I hope.
In the-
Well,
in the
now when I
first
say
one-
action, I mean not necessarily fighting things, but just
Parkour.
lots of movement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and the thing was that
It's just white noise.
the Ninja Turtles were never really ninja-y.
Yeah, they were big, loud, and stupid.
You know, like
And eating
they
pizza.
did a lot of falling out of a plane. They did a lot of,
falling out of a
falling down a building. They did a lot of swimming through a sewer. They never fought the Foot Clan in the entire movie.
They never
No.
fought the Foot Clan.
No,
No,
they never
not
fought
once.
the Foot
Did
Clan.
anyone? Did they lay a finger on any Foot members?
Yes,
Like twice.
For 30 seconds,
Yeah.
Stephen Amell, who played Casey Jones.
No, but like did a turtle lay a finger?
Oh,
on
no,
it?
a turtle.
Oh no, Leonardo
I like
hits him in
they-
the face that one time.
Casey
the turtles
Casey
fought,
Jones was awful.
The Turtles fought Bebop and Rocksteady for about 30 seconds, but it was like a brawl instead of like, it wasn't like a choreographed
Okay,
kind
Bebop
of.
and Rocksteady were the biggest problem with this movie. From
I
the
liked them
start-
when they were humans.
Okay, when they were humans, they were fine, but they had the mutant transformation, the human hog transformation.
Yeah.
Just from the
Try to wake
trailer,
up
I,
every
His
day.
nose like going inward and a rhinoceros nose coming
I
out.
watched the trailer and I'm like, this looks.
I thought it was
The
gonna
only
be
reason
okay.
I might see it is because in the trailer I saw a Rangers puck fly in the air, and
Oh yeah, there's a Rangers
Yeah.
reference. They go to Madison Square Garden.
The only part of
What is it? Is there like a shot of the Rangers losing or something?
Excuse me. When your team has to wait 22 years to win a
Bell.
playoff series, get
Bell.
back to me.
Bell.
I'm a Rangers fan, so I'm not gonna do that.
God damn it.
Oh, let me get it.
Thank you, Mr. I.
You're welcome.
I don't watch sports.
Yeah, but this movie was pretty bad. I told my friends, who are they?
Joe and Mike.
Joe and Mike. I told them that this is the last time I'm giving Michael Bay any type of money.
I'm really so sick of Michael Bay. I hate him.
And
What if he
they-
directed like Pacific Rim?
6.
Well, he's gonna. You mean what if he ruins Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
I feel like every
well,
franchise he touches.
Well,
he
he's doing the
ruins.
next Transformers
Yeah,
movie again.
yeah.
What a
which
shock.
and my friends are like, "Oh, you're gonna go see it. You know, we're gonna go see it." I'm not doing it. I vow
won't
on
do
this
it?
podcast I will not
Is
go
Shia
see.
LaBeouf is Shia
the
LaBeouf
next-
still in those
That's a-
movies?
that's-
I'm not
No.
going to see it.
Mr. I.
I will wait till it comes out on
He's
DVD or
hitchhiking
something
Minnesota
else.
now.
I will not go to the movies and give Michael Bay any more money.
You will not see a Transformers.
When I go
movie.
to the movies and I give Michael Bay my money, it makes him make more movies.
But that's like
and I'm
Zach
tired of
not
him making
seeing a
movies.
Star Wars
I'm
movie.
tired of
Doesn't
him
matter. It
ruining my
makes $1 billion
childhood.
overseas. It doesn't matter.
I know, but I'm not. I will feel better about myself if I don't give him my money.
All right,
John.
first of all, can we
No,
just
no,
talk about
no,
Ninja
no,
Turtles?
no.
All right, so let's go character by character.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to do this. April O'Neil. She was fine. She wasn't really in it.
Megan Fox was fine.
Yeah, she did what April O'Neil's supposed to
Right.
do. Okay, Will Arnett.
I hate him.
I like Will Arnett, but like, why is he in this movie?
Michael Bay has this way of making me hate actors that I didn't really care about or hate previous to seeing
Will
them in a
Arnett.
Michael Bay movie.
Has he
Like
ever
Stanley
made you like
Tucci.
Has he ever made you
Stanley
like an
Tucci.
actor?
I love Stanley Tucci. He was great in Captain America. He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's good.
He was in Transformers, whatever. Transformers 4.
Same with me for Anthony Anderson.
Kelsey Grammer. I can't stand Kelsey Grammer anymore. He was a great beast. But despite
I love Kelsey
despite the
the Shakespearean quotes.
Right. He was great in Cheers. He was great in Frasier.
Cheers
He was great in
Great.
X-Men.
He's
I
great in
love
Cheers. I love Cheers.
I love Kelsey
I've seen
Grammer.
every episode of Cheers.
Hated him after Transformers 4. Now Will Arnett is the next guy on my list.
Oh, poor Will Arnett. Okay, Tyler Perry.
What if John Boyega?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Tyler Perry played a scientist.
He wasn't sure if he wanted to be comedic relief. He wasn't sure if he wanted to be serious, but he had this laugh that he would do, like, it kind of sounded like the Cat in the Hat
Sounds
laugh.
B-sappy.
Yeah, he was B-sappy. He was B-sapping around the
He
whole
was
movie.
supposed to be a really nerdy physicist, and I think I bought him as a really nerdy physicist.
Okay, every time he went on screen, I was laughing. The suspenders and the little bow tie, and he's like,
But and what about? Okay, go ahead. So go ahead. I thought he was okay.
Okay, we're gonna skip Aurora Lenny because she doesn't really do anything. Stephen Amell.
Ah,
he was
yes.
so bad.
I
but
think
Ever since I
Stephen
was a
Amell,
little boy, I wanted to be a detective.
he doesn't play the typical Casey Jones character.
Okay.
He's like a cop.
No, he's
But I
a-
just love Stephen.
He's not
Amell.
even a cop. He's a correction.
He's a correction.
officer.
He's the guy that drives the van, and if you get out of line, he like
He tases you.
No, he like knocks the window, and he's like, "Hey, stop that!" That's his job.
This is a signal that something's about to go horribly wrong.
Before the movie started, I leaned over to my friends and I was like, "Do you think this will help him become the Green Arrow in a Justice League movie?
Nope.
If he does
He's
really
perfect
well."
as the Green Arrow, and they
He is,
ruined him.
he's still perfect as the Green Arrow.
Well, this might have ruined any chance he gets another movie
And,
ever
no.
again.
He was so bad. I just want to be a detective. And
The-
the scene where he tries to interrogate the guy at the bar, Dean Winters is in the bar for some reason. He like starts breaking stuff. I'm like, I would not be intimidated by him.
Yeah, and the way he got information out of this bartender was just to throw glasses at
He broke
the mirror behind the
he
bar.
He broke the what was it the
jukebox.
The jukebox. He threw a
Oh, that's
CD
just
at him.
rude.
He smashed 4 glasses. He's like, "Give me a GPS on where to find Bebop and Rocksteady," and that was it.
Me?
That was his whole storyline.
I'm starting
Then
to
he put on
become
a mask.
more and more glad that I did not see this
He put
movie.
like when you think of Casey Jones, you think of a hockey stick, a
Yeah,
goalie
that-
stick, and a hockey mask.
I've been getting like very confused here because when I hear Casey Jones, I hear tall guy, long black hair,
Anti-hero.
Yeah, exactly. He's a great
Right.
anti-hero. He's jackass.
He had a hockey
Like,
mask
he's-
on for 30 seconds, never put it back
And
on.
then because it was like, they
Yeah.
made a joke
he's
out
not
of
Bane.
Because he's so awesome in the animated series.
Right.
Like, he's so cool.
Then
What else?
Let's do the turtles.
The Turtles. I thought
Michael-
Ralph.
they were all fun.
Giant
I thought Ralph was
CGI
good.
Trash.
Ralph. You
Raph.
mean Raph.
Well, Raphael is Ralph.
What is his, like, alter ego in, do you remember, like, in
Oh,
like,
like
the
the
animated
Dark
series?
Claw or something.
Yeah, he was, like, this weird
Yeah,
kind
he
of,
put
like,
on
went
the-
out at
He
night.
was
he's, like-
edgy.
You put on like this dark '90s suit, like with all
Yeah,
this
he
metal.
was like went out at night and like attacked the Foot Clan or something. He did Batman, but like he was I don't remember what it was called.
But it was bad.
It was cool. No, it was
No, it was
good?
alright.
You
It
No,
was
liked
alright.
I'm talking about the 2001
Oh,
animated
okay.
series.
I hadn't seen that, actually.
It was really good. You
Okay,
should-
then we have Shredder, pointless.
Oh, let's go back to the Turtles. I think they
Turtles?
made Michelangelo a lot more
Party
90s
dude?
cartoon.
Yeah, eating pizza.
Yeah.
Cowabunga.
Well, there was a Cowabunga mention,
Why
but it
did
wasn't
his-
for Michelangelo.
Why did his
it was from
skateboard
April
fly?
O'Neil. What do
He
you
had a
mean?
flying skateboard. I don't understand why.
Did it
he
fly,
needed-
or
yes,
a
he was-
hoverboard?
No, like it was like it was a skateboard with 2 rocket boosters
Oh,
on it,
okay.
and it started to fly.
This is why I don't have patience for stupid
Well, this is
movies
it's
like
Michael
this.
Bay, and he made it for 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
But he rated it PG-13.
Donatello seemed a lot smaller.
He seemed a lot
Donatello is
nerdier.
a small artist.
Yeah.
Alright.
But-
Like he was
in
like,
the-
and he made all. Yeah, I like the Turtle Van. That was cool. too.
Turtle Van was cool. Turtle Van was definitely
and
cool.
the fire.
Now, I have a big problem with Shredder because the plot of the movie, spoiler warning if we
Does
didn't
not
ruin
need
it for
Shredder.
already,
There's a plot.
yeah, was
Yeah.
that Shredder is going to break out of whatever prison he's in.
Is Shredder not just a guy? Like,
Shredder's just a dude.
yeah, but like wait, didn't
He's
they
an
say-
ultimate. He's like an ultimate ninja, though.
you
But
could've
no, didn't they
replaced-
say? Hold on, wait. I remember seeing the trailer. I remember we got a robot samurai. He's not a robot, is he? In this movie, is he?
He wore a mech suit. He wasn't a
Okay,
robot.
well, let
Okay,
me
good.
explain. Okay, with Shredder, he shouldn't have been in the movie at all.
Right.
It should have been Krang the whole time. He should have broken. Sorry, Bebop and Rocksteady out of the prison, and he should have given the mutagen to Tyler Perry and make them work for him. If you want to have Tyler Perry in this movie,
I'm just imagining Medea
You're right.
in just talking to these 4 turtles.
Because I was actually just about to make a Medea joke, but you beat me to it.
Yeah, Shredder was in this very little, and he never fights anybody. like-
he gets frozen
Really?
and then he goes away.
I didn't. Yeah, Krang puts him on the ship.
Where's he
somewhere.
gonna go? He's in the Technodrome.
No, he's in the next Turtle in this movie.
Turtles 3, bro. Gotta get Cowabunga.
But seriously,
I
how do
hope
you
it's
have a
called Turtles 3 Cowabunga?
how do you have a Ninja Turtles movie without the Turtles fighting Shredder? How is that possible?
Because
or
Michael
fighting
Bay
anybody?
directed it.
They didn't fight anyone. They fought Krang for like 2 minutes.
I think the answer is you'll have a
They
bad
had to
Turtles
come
movie.
out of the shadows.
I mean, every time they needed to explain something, it was a one character quickly rushing to tell you everything you need to know in 30 seconds, kind of deal.
oh, we gotta do this thing. We gotta do this.
And yeah, like
Look at this phone.
they
It's got
eat
all the
it.
answers.
Turtles 3 Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh my god, that'd be the greatest
that'd
thing of
be
all
Be a
That'd
time.
be
fantastic movie, right?
Can you imagine Turtles in California?
Right?
What I would do for a next Turtles movie, I'm ignoring all this. For the next Turtles movie, they should do it like a Deadpool. If they really like talk like catch
Rated
you-
R.
No,
What are you talking about?
Perfect
finish.
for 10-year-olds.
My lord.
let's hear him out.
Let's
Where
hear
they
about it.
have
I'll give it to you.
because if,
'Cause you
if,
said Deadpool, now I'm interested.
if they have a movie made for 10 years, I think they should break the fourth wall with it. That would be, I think, be very appealing
I'm
to the
iffy.
10
You could
year
have
olds.
just said break the fourth wall. But like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's not
Mike
Deadpool
Ferris
only
Bueller.
kind of
Not a-
thing.
yeah.
No, but
That's
we don't
a
see that. Like,
defining characteristic of Deadpool. I'll give it to him.
What?
yeah,
Yes, it is. It's
yeah.
most certainly.
Yeah.
Unbell me.
There's no one belling.
No, you're forever. Bell.
So yeah, I think. What do you give it out of 5 stars?
I gets give it 2 out of 5 saps.
2 out of 5 saps. I'm gonna give it a.
Wait, I thought we said you wanted less.
Oh yeah,
Right,
so
you
3
want-
out of 5 saps.
That's it. Okay.
So that means 2 stars.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
4
oh,
stars.
so the more saps, the worse it is.
Yeah.
Right?
well, Mr.
That's
Ryan,
I'm giving it.
listen to logic
So
here.
like a 5 out of 5.
I'm giving a
saps
4.5
is like a
saps.
0.
4.5
4.5
saps.
saps.
That's
That's
how
a-
bad
that's
this
a
movie
1.
was.
Man,
That's a 1
that's
out
a
of 10.
0.5.
That's
The
a 0.5.
Turtles didn't fight anyone. How do you? That's I don't. It's
Oh,
like
not to
Batman movie
mention-
where he never puts on the costume.
Not to mention there were like
mean The Dark
5
Knight
fart
Rises?
jokes.
What?
There were like 5 fart jokes. I have no patience for fart
Yeah,
jokes.
a lot of fart jokes from Bebop and Rocksteady.
there's
The
that.
soundtrack made no sense. They
The
were in
soundtrack
Brazil
was-
and they were playing Vietnam music.
It was Transformers soundtrack. It was the. I looked at my friend.
I
Mike,
was
I'm like,
li-
this is Optimus Prime's song, isn't it? Like when the Technodrome was coming. Right.
Wait, you know Michael Bay is famous for reusing images, right?
I hate him.
No, wait. Have you ever seen the
I
clip
will
on YouTube?
never give him a penny of my money ever.
Have you
again.
seen what he did with
You wrote it.
Transformers?
What you wrote on the board, Beast? Tell everybody what you wrote on the board.
I will not see another Transformers movie if it is directed by Michael Bay. End quote, Mr.
Did you
I.
not see you in Transformers 5?
I will not pay to
Oh, that
see
Ninja
the
Pirates,
movie.
Okay.
How many Transformers
Wait.
movies are we at now?
There's 4.
Let me wait.
Okay.
There's a hold on.
How have they let it go on that
Wait,
long?
wait. There is a clip on YouTube. I encourage you to watch this of every shot Michael Bay in a Transformer movie reused from an old one.
And he did it in the Turtles.
did he?
He
with
did
the,
it in the
with the
Turtles.
music.
No, with the shots, the reused. He reused
Like I
shots.
think there was
shots.
one of Transformers falling through space. He reused that one. I think in the same movie.
I mean, it's not literally the same, shot.
Wait, did he use
but-
a shot from another movie?
No. Like all the
Okay.
camera angles,
Okay.
the way he has the trucks moving out of a place
Okay.
onto a street, it's all the same. I mean, there's
the car chase was
nothing.
just
He's
Transformers
just such a.
1.
I
Yeah.
hate him. I
30
hate
years
him.
ago, that was acceptable. But
He's
like,
such a
yeah,
troll.
now
Disney
it's-
does it all the
There's
time.
a shot in one of the
Did it all the time.
Transformers movies. I don't know if it's
Well-
the first one or the second one where
What are those cartoons?
they're in the desert.
different.
They're in the
Okay.
desert. I think it's
Okay.
the first one.
Okay.
And there's a big Decepticon, and all of the army guys are surrounding
Is this
him.
like the Scorpion one?
No,
Where he
no,
goes
there
up
was
in
it
the
was,
desert?
it was one of the helicopter. I think the helicopter guy transformed or something.
Okay.
But all of the army guys surround him,
Okay.
and the shot that Michael Bay takes is from the sky,
Okay.
like behind. He like pans around behind the army guys,
Okay.
and it's a pretty cool shot.
Okay,
It's from far
sure.
away. You see all the army guys setting up to
Sure.
take on the big Decepticon.
the same shot.
They did the same exact thing with Krang
And the Technodrome.
and the Technodrome with the turtles, lining up around him to try to figure out how to fight him. And it was just pan. I was like, it's the same shot. This guy has no more. All his creativity is gone, or he just gave up.
He's all about the money.
All about that money.
Oh, Bebop and Rocksteady? Mm-hmm. Do you like him? Or
I thought that the human Bebop and Rocksteady were a
were
lot
funny.
more entertaining than the mutated ones.
I thought this movie is laugh out loud funny. Just saying, like
It's
not-
laugh out loud stupid.
Yeah, like
That's
like
how I
how
see
bad
things.
it looks, how bad this was a first draft. There's no way that this went under more than one revision.
If you are 10 years old, you will love this movie.
I don't think
All our
10-year-olds
10-year-old
are
fans, go see the movie.
If you have a 10-year-old, or if you are 10 years old, go see this movie. Have your parents take you to the movie. Take your kids to the movie. If they will enjoy it because it's
Yeah,
lots
I
of
really
just-
doubt there's a 10-year-old listening right now. That's just.
That's why.
Thank you.
I mentioned people
That
taking their
was-
kids.
Yeah, I know,
to-
but you said tell your parents to.
Thank you.
Just stop.
Thanks.
I'm gonna promote you
Moving
to,
on.
I'm gonna promote you to General Obvious, up from Captain Obvious.
5-star general, obviously.
Grand Moff Obvious.
Here comes the next one. Photoshop.
Okay, we're gonna hit our special segments now. Do we-
Excellent. Yeah.
A Beast
here we
App's been
go.
waiting for this.
Here we go.
Do we have an update from? Do you need the alarm?
Oh yes, we do.
All right. Let's see if I.
Get
I
the
hope
alarm.
I hope I still
His
have
hair
it.
gels went everywhere. It's on the ceiling.
Since we don't have Dima, we're gonna.
All right, here it is. I'm gonna put it on. Maybe I'm gonna put it on. Here it is. You can start talking.
Okay, so we built off last time talking about how 40% of Rogue One was being reshot. God.
Bless
Oh
you.
my god.
Well done, Magno.
Okay, so
have to lower that.
let's add on to that. Please.
I'm scared.
So, according to Entertainment Weekly, they said that the Disney executives said that they didn't like it because they felt that Rogue One should have a similar plot line and story what's the word? Like a story arc, I think that's the word, to The Force Awakens, where it's not all about the war, it's about building the characters.
That disappoints
No.
me.
It
Exactly.
should- no,
it is
it- yeah, it
disappointing
should be about the
because-
war.
Right.
That's why people were excited for this movie.
It's disappointing because the war itself, I mean, we're never going to see these characters again. They're all going to die.
Right,
I mean, when
yeah.
you look at it from a big picture, no
Unless
one's
they-
going to survive.
Unless they make another one that takes place after Rogue One.
Oh, here comes the cardigan.
All right, keep going.
It is worth mentioning you always keep this room freezing.
Yeah, I know, I love it like that.
I know.
And I don't.
So, really, I mean, this is very concerning. And now their director, the name is
Duncan Jones.
No,
Keith
no,
Jones.
no. Stop talking. The
Casey
name,
Jones.
Anti-hero Han Solo.
the name of the director who is
Budget Club?
Gareth Edwards.
Oh.
Yeah, he is
I
not.
always get him mixed up with the Warcraft director.
He is not very pleased with Disney's can you stop talking? With Disney's reaction to the movie, which is why they're rumored to be hiring J.J. Abrams as a consultant. It is getting really bad in Star Wars land.
I still think they're gonna pull it off, and it'll be a great movie.
It is gonna be
Absolutely.
great.
I think it's going
but-
to be good.
I wouldn't mind seeing a dark Star Wars though, a
I
dark
want a
war-filled.
dark
That's what
Star Wars.
everyone wants to
That's
see,
why
but
I was
there's
excited for this movie.
The last time there was anything dark in Star Wars was the Clone Wars
That's enough.
TV show. No,
I love the
it's
Clone
true.
Wars.
That's enough.
It's
You know what I
true.
think it is though? I think the last movie, The Force Awakens, was all about getting a new generation of people involved.
They were reminiscing.
Into
It was
Star
just. It was a
Wars.
lot of nostalgia.
Like it was for all you older
nostalgia.
Star Wars fans, here's a movie that you'll enjoy and you'll appreciate. And for everyone who hasn't really
Loved it.
seen it or
Well, seen
lived
it
it
because,
yet, or you young kids, here's why it was so
You'd
good.
be surprised how many people I took to see Star Wars 7 that hadn't seen the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
They should. That should just not be allowed. That should actually just
Really?
be a felony.
But it's what it is,
Yeah.
I know.
and they did a great job of gaining a lot of new Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
So I think they want to keep those fans.
I think that's good because they knew they had to do that. Like they knew that they had to establish a new viewer base because it's been
30 years since the last good one.
40 years, and it came out in the
No, 1983.
83. Okay, so
Within
yeah,
the
30.
prequels.
So yeah, 30, and then
no, wasn't the first one in the 70s?
thought the first
No,
one
the
was
last
in
one was in last one was in
Oh.
It was
1983.
77,
70
80, 83.
Incorrect.
Yeah, it was 77, 80.
77, 81, I believe.
okay,
Whatever.
so
Whatever.
it's been almost 40 years since
hope I didn't
like
get that wrong.
the original Star Wars movies came out, and by this time, the new generation of which I am a part has really probably only seen like Pegno said,
John was right.
has only seen the prequels.
Yeah, like the people I took, if they hadn't seen Star Wars, if they'd seen anything, it'd been like the Clone Wars TV show.
Okay.
And they saw.
Yeah,
like,
so they
probably
knew
one
they
of the
had
prequels.
to establish a new viewer base, and I think they did that well. And I think, like you said, they want to keep that base.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as far as leading the series in a new direction, that's kind of worrying.
What I was thinking about on my way to on the train, I was thinking about this. Don't laugh. Can I have a thought, please?
I'm sorry. It's just the way you introduce your ideas are always like, I was in Rancho, California. I was at the beach. I was on this cruise ship.
I was.
I
All
like
right,
the way
calm
he.
down.
I was in
can I wait?
Hawaii with my broken arm that Pagano broke.
So
crying by the pool.
Calm down, Pat. Let him talk.
some people were really opposed. Can we stop behind me? People were really opposed to Disney's purchase of Lucasfilm for two reasons. One, they thought the new movies they were going to make were going to be the prequels, remake of those. And the second reason was they were just going to do it for a cash grab. And I
Yeah.
understand
There was that picture going around with like Zac Efron's face photoshopped on Luke Skywalker and like
Yeah.
Selena Gomez on Princess Leia, and people were
God.
like, "Here's the new Star Wars."
Yeah, that was the worry. But now and then Disney, as soon as they purchased it, they announced Episode 7, and then they made everything in the expanded universe, which consists of great material.
Actually, it doesn't.
No, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Some of it's pretty good. Like,
it's
okay,
pretty
I'll give you a stupid element right here. Han Solo origin was part of the Imperial Air Force Academy.
It's horrible.
And
That's
he was
horrible.
sent on a mission to Kashyyyk to get some more Wookiees to build a Death Star. Wait, gets better. Chewbacca resisted. He saved him, and that's why Chewie has a life commitment to him, and that's how we are here today,
No.
which is complete nonsense.
I know it's nonsense.
So what do?
You know what I like?
They're like,
They made
hey,
it all non-canon.
you know what we should do? Let's make a movie about how this happened.
I like-
And what is it? It's a cash
Oh,
grab.
Yeah.
I like the one where it's they crash on Earth, and then like
Oh
Stop.
my
60 years later, it's
That
like
was-
Indiana Jones finds them. and he finds Han Solo's skeleton and Chewbacca's Bigfoot.
That's right.
That
I
is
love that one.
horrifying.
Wait,
That one's
isn't
hilarious.
do you remember? Isn't there a cameo in Raiders of the Lost Ark? Isn't
Yeah.
like on the Ark? Aren't can't you see it? You
Yeah.
can see
C-3PO and
R2.
R2D2,
You can see
which is
R2
really
and C-3PO.
that's cool.
It's
I like
inscribed
that.
on
It's
the
really
side
funny.
of the.
It's
the
they're
place.
hieroglyphs. Yeah.
Yeah, the
But
hieroglyphs.
going-
It's on the Ark of the Covenant.
Going back to Rogue One, I don't know. I'm concerned that they're making this movie the opposite of what the fans want, and that's gonna lose you money, which you hope to gain. I mean, they already pretty much made back the $4 billion they spent to purchase Lucasfilm.
Definitely with merchandise.
Yeah, they
and the
probably
movie
hit that
itself.
already.
I don't know why he sold it to them for
Sold.
sold. I said sold.
No, you didn't.
Whatever.
Are
Like
you
he
saying
could've
you don't
gotten
know
more money from
why
that. He
they
could've got
sold
more
it
money.
for $4 billion?
He could have got more money.
He
from
got
it.
Absolutely not. John,
It's
they-
$4 billion.
Think about it. Think
I
about
think,
it.
I think George Lucas could have
For
got more
one
money.
dude.
I think he could have got more money. I'm just saying. That's just me. Go on.
$4 billion. You need more than $4 billion.
And so yeah, I'm legitimately concerned. I hope you are too, and you share in my concern. For
I'm not sharing your concern. They're
Neither am
gonna
I.
fix it. It's
It's
gonna be
gonna
a
be
great
fine.
movie, and they're gonna make
I
another
better be
$1 billion.
fine, or you'll hear me on this podcast next year, and I will be
right.
ranting and raving and
Yeah,
ranting
come
and
on.
raving. We're gonna have a whole
It's
episode
still
dedicated
Star
to
Wars.
About
It's gonna
ranting
be
and
good.
raving.
Matt, we gotta get you a special segment. What do you wanna?
He can do the new bit by bit.
You wanna take over the bit by bit eventually?
What's the remind me?
Bit by bit is the video game section.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Matt and I
That's
can
cool.
do that.
Yeah,
if you
definitely.
Want.
All
The
right,
two of
you
us
guys
will.
take over bit by bit.
Fine.
'Cause I do play a lot of video games, so we might
fine.
as
Yeah,
well,
we can actually. I can talk. I can. I've
And
proven
Matt
I
could
can talk-
event-
I
and
can
Matt
talk
could
about
eventually
it.
incorporate his video games.
Fine.
Sure.
I'll just do Star Wars by myself then, John.
I can do both. I'm
No,
a
you
very
can't.
I'm a very
It's
capable
not-
person.
No, you can't.
What you got on
like
your
you.
pull list? Time for the pull list.
Hold on, I'll go get my phone. You start.
I'll start. Okay, so this week I picked up the following. I got Detective Comics Rebirth.
Got that?
I got Wonder Woman Rebirth. If you want to borrow that.
Yeah, I'll borrow that. They were sold out.
Flash Rebirth.
Got that too.
I got the Timely Comics of Doctor Strange first 3 issues.
Where do you keep
At
all
$1
these?
piece.
Where do you keep all these? I
In
meant
the
to
bag.
ask you
In a
that.
short box.
Well, like, where in your house? Like, do you have like a shelf? You have like a.
There's
This
a box.
is an oddly specific
Yeah,
question.
really.
No, because I know he has a devil's room.
Yeah, I put them in a closet.
I have a devil room too, right?
I have.
Oh,
a cabinet.
dear
Speaking
Lord.
of, I got
Hey.
Daredevil. Speaking of a devil room, new story starts today. Starts so soon. I got Amazing Spider-Man: Civil War 2.
Got that. Yeah.
I got BSAP, the next
Ooh.
I got that
Dameron
too.
number
What-
3.
That's I gotta read 2. How was 2?
2 was okay.
Is it canon?
It's a lot
It
of
is
stuff.
canon.
2 was good. And I got the Thunderbolts. I'm a Thunderbolts fan. I like Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts
okay.
is Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad.
I got all that, and I got Wacky Raceland number 1.
Did you? I heard
Yeah.
it's really good.
I know. I'm excited. It looks really funny.
Wacky races.
You know the
mean-
you know the Wacky Racers?
Oh my god, that show!
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they did
cartoon.
My dad I love that show too.
They did a Mad Max reboot, and it
my
looks
God.
amazing.
That's funny.
It looks awesome.
I have to see
I'll
that.
lend it to you.
I only read the DC Rebirth
and
stuff last night, and Aquaman number Rebirth number 1.
What I'm noticing is with a lot of the Rebirth number 1s is it's just set up.
I heard these are
there it
actually
goes.
not the number 1s. I heard like the next issue will be the number 1.
Cardigan was
okay.
short.
And these are
The
all like
car- yeah,
kind of
the-
0 issues.
the
Yeah, but
Cardigan
these
was
are very
short-lived.
0 issuey. It's like I'm Aquaman. I rule 3/4 of the earth. I have bad guys that I don't like.
Did you read The Flash?
Did not read the Flash. It looks stupid.
It's a Barry story.
What is wait? Isn't it about like Godspeed and the Thunderbolt?
Not yet.
Coming down.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay, so now
Yeah.
we're
Godspeed would be a cool name for a superhero.
It's a cool name, but they're gonna waste it.
It reflects only one religion. We can't have it. No, I'm just joking. Godspeed's a great name.
Ethics. What did you read and what did you like?
I've only read Aquaman and I read Batman number 1 and I read Superman number 1.
Which one? Let's talk about those, because I was a little disappointed in all the rebirths except I want to say Superman was my favorite one, and that doesn't really say much because I didn't like
Superman,
it that
nothing
much.
happened.
Yeah, but I
He's
thought,
just like I'm Superman.
but I thought it was a true rebirth where the other ones weren't true rebirths. Mainly because the Superman dies and the other one's taken over. So, what I liked about it was 90s Superman.
I love that.
This-
I hope he puts on the tights.
I remember buying Death of Superman and reading it on the bus going home from St. Rita's,
I
which
couldn't.
was my elementary school,
I was not alive yet.
and being very upset about it. And now that Superman
Is
back as Superman.
Love it.
Wow.
Love it. Absolutely
Cool.
love
I
it.
hope he grows the
That's not
mullet
bad.
back.
Oh, I hope he shaves the beard.
No.
I don't like the beard.
Wait, speaking
I don't like bearded
of,
Superman.
he's
Oh,
edgy.
no.
We have graduation
edgy.
pictures tomorrow, and I haven't shaved because I want to get a
Oh,
clean shave for tomorrow.
we
And I have to
go.
say, I'm pretty impressed. I mean,
I'm not.
What are you impressed about?
with my beard.
You don't have a beard.
You don't have a beard. It
It-
looks like you haven't shaved ever.
It looks like it looks like you haven't shit.
Yeah, exactly, because I haven't shaved.
No, it looked like what he's
Why
saying
are you
is it
talking
looks
about
like
this?
you've never had
Is
to
this
shave.
the X-Squadron podcast? We talk about sci-fi stuff. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
This is my.
what was that?
You want a better one?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
What do you
I'm
think
gonna buy
about?
a gong, like a giant, like Chinese gong.
That's
Every
actually a
time
good
you-
With a
idea.
picture of
have
like
a-
Yeah.
We can
I have
skip
a
over to
tiny-
Chinatown
With a
and get
picture
a
of
Oh my
bomb.
Jar
god!
Jar
Can
on
we,
it,
please, can we
yeah.
go to Chinatown by like a
Absolutely.
10-foot
Oh,
tall?
let's go.
No,
yeah,
no,
on
no.
Grand
No.
Street.
All right, but like a
Tabletop.
okay, a tabletop gong. But every time you say like we have the bell for like little things, then when we say something really stupid, we'll gong him.
Yeah, that'll be
Oh,
BB
and we'll get a
99.
big-
might
That's it.
shatter the microphone.
No, we'll get a picture of his face and put it on the gong. So when you
Yes.
hit it, it's like. Wah!
What did you think of the Batman Rebirth?
I enjoyed it. It set up the new Robin, which I'm iffy on.
But he's not going to be Robin. What's he going to be?
He's gonna be not Robin, not Robin Man.
Do you think that Avocado is going to come back to haunt Alfred?
The avocado. Oh,
Yeah.
Alfred knows avocados.
At the very end of
Gumball,
Batman
man.
Rebirth.
No, it's
Alfred-
in the beginning. It's in the beginning. Oh no, it's
No,
at
it's
the
the
end.
end. At the very end, Alfred's like in the courtyard
Picking apples. Picking
avocados off an avocado tree while Batman's and his new sidekick.
Kick a tree.
Kid-
That's
they're
a
kicking a
reference
tree.
to Dark Knight Returns, by the way.
Yeah, and
was cool.
Alfred cuts an avocado in half and throws it down a hole, which leads to the Batcave.
Or Alice in Wonderland.
So I don't know if he's feeding the bats,
He might be feeding the bats.
but that you know that 15 issues from now, something bad's gonna happen because of that avocado.
You think?
This
Yes.
is the butterfly effect.
Oh, maybe
It
we'll
is
get the
gonna be
Great
the-
Bat.
What?
You know how
I
hard
think-
it is to cut an avocado pit in half?
No, we'll probably get the
It's
Great
Alfred,
Bat.
though.
We'll
Like-
probably get the Great Bat. Do anyone know what the Great Bat is?
No.
No.
Okay, so the Great Bat is like this rumor. No, he's not a rumor. He's just this. It's like an abnormally sized
the
bat.
Jersey
like,
Devil.
Huge. That's like in the Batcave, and it just kind of hides there.
Yeah.
And then it comes out.
Because in the issue it had the Calendar Man that threatened about releasing spores and stuff into the air,
I love Calendar Man.
Calendar Man's cool.
No, he's just funny.
and I think that avocado has something in it. Maybe there's
spore.
I think
Maybe
you might
something.
be overthinking this.
I think I'm not.
They would not throw
But if
that
that
in there
was
if
an-
it wasn't for
Okay.
some specific reason.
Talk about
give-
overthinking. There's been one. They said they're reshooting 40% of Rogue One, and you just went on
I'm
a
sorry,
10-minute rant.
40% is 10 less than
Given your
50%.
given your
So-
rich history
Wow.
of comic book reading,
Given your rich,
usually when they put stuff in comics like that, it means
it
something.
means
When they
something.
put stuff in like in a good movie, every shot is significant.
That's like The Godfather.
Yeah, exactly. Everything you should be able to spend a good like 5 minutes analyzing every shot of a good movie.
That's why I watched
Like
The
Civil
Force
War.
Awakens about 28 times.
I'm
True
sure you
story.
did.
I swear I've watched about 28 times.
Now I don't know
That's
if
not-
that's
you
just
shouldn't- you
scary
shouldn't be sharing
or
this.
No,
Yeah.
you know what I do? It's like I'm bored on the train in the mornings, and it's like, hey,
'Cause you
let
know
me
he-
take out my phone and
Because
watch The Force Awakens.
listeners, he has it downloaded all the time on his phone, so you could just pull it up.
See,
whenever
what I
he
do on
wants.
the train is I watch a movie like in bits and pieces. Like right now, I'm going through Lord of the Rings.
Ah,
So
yeah,
I'm like-
great movie series.
So like I'm like,
about?
so I'm
I
like,
know what it's about.
so I'm like 2 hours in, and then I delete it, and then I get Twin Towers.
No,
Two
see-
Towers will be next. That's right.
I have a 64 gig iPhone.
Yeah, so do I. So then I delete Two Towers, and then I watch Return of the King, and then I'll watch another movie. Where's he going?
Do we have any suggestions this week?
I do.
What's your suggestion?
I will pull it up. Well, BSEP wants to go first, actually.
My suggestion
Is it Star Wars?
is no.
Oh, good.
It is what are we getting to? It is 13 years in the making. Finding Dory.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you can't
It's a science fiction movie.
Shush.
No, that- I mean,
no,
it counts.
It didn't
no.
come out. Well, you
It's
can't
June
suggest
17th.
it.
It comes out.
Okay.
It's 2 weeks from
Yeah,
now.
it counts, I guess.
It
No, it's
counts.
not a
I'm going to
suggestion.
suggest it until it comes out.
I could suggest Infinity War, and
That's
okay.
true.
that's like 4 years.
You want to? Okay, fine. Let's have another one. My suggestion is wearing shoes. What do you want me to say, Pegno?
Well, a suggestion is supposed to be something that you
can do
haven't
right now.
that
The
you've
listener can do
experienced,
now and experience.
that you have
Yeah,
experienced.
Finding
and then
Dory
you
could
know
be, like, the
about it, and you
worst.
want someone else to
Yeah,
experience.
Finding Dory could be the worst movie ever.
Okay, fine. Someone else go.
No, there've been some really bad movies. movies.
Pegno, what do you got?
Oh, I was gonna recommend the Phantom Menace documentary this week.
Oh, dear
Because I watched that again and I forgot how funny it was.
All right,
So
there
is
you
Yeah,
it-
what is like the cantina music playing in the background the entire time? And George Lucas like, okay, can we get some more CGI in this place right here?
All right, so what happened? So this is on the it's on the Star Wars website, and it's on the Star Wars YouTube page.
You know what? I did watch it recently.
Yeah, so it's like an hour, and it's
Trash.
There's some really funny scenes.
But-
It's like every shot is so dense, it's like a stanza. Right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's dense, full of CGI. The
Dense of
documentary is better than the
pixels.
movie.
Yeah, and you get to see like what a big group of yes men everyone is. It's pretty interesting. You should watch
All right,
it.
I'm gonna check it out.
We're writing the script.
My suggestion
Right,
is
that's
a TV show. I just finished season 1.
Oh, dear
Season 2 has been confirmed. It's Lucifer.
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it.
It's a fantasy police procedural, and it's basically about the devil, Lucifer, he basically leaves hell because he's bored with it and decides to come into like the human world.
Didn't you open up a bar in L.A.?
He opens up a strip club.
That's it.
Called the Lux. Yeah, it is a little racy, but it's a good show. It's not like it's has any hard like X ratings or anything like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's about the devil comes to Los Angeles, and he's joined with his friend who's a demon, and together they run the Lux, and he befriends a police detective who is resistant to his powers. So in the show, his powers include one of his like main thing is that he can influence others. So like if he'll ask someone like, "What do
Like
you
the
desire?"
devil.
Or what are your inner thoughts that you won't release to the world? And he basically gets everyone to spill the beans on whatever he asks them to. And this detective he becomes friends with, the reason he becomes friends with her is because she's resistant to those powers.
Oh, cool.
And he's also immortal. So he can't be hurt by bullets or anything, which is shown in the season finale, which is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
Spoiler alert.
I didn't spoil anything. And
You
but
s-
she's also able to injure him. So he's intrigued by it, right? So she ends up doing, I won't spoil this part, but she does something to him which gets him hurt, and he's shocked by it because he's immortal. And the whole conflict though is his brother, who's an archangel. His name is Amenadiel. He's right.
Okay.
No, his name is Amenadiel, and he's an archangel.
Okay.
And he was sent by God to try to bring Lucifer back to hell because
Nice.
things are going crazy, and he thinks
Is this Jesus is in this one, or is this
No.
So this is Judeo stuff.
it's a mix because they're actually bringing some Egyptian, like, because there's an
Oh,
Egyptian
okay.
take on Christianity, and they're bringing some Egyptian Christian characters in season 2.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is really cool.
Could he use the Force to influence the midichlorian count to create light?
There it is. Anyway,
Right.
so the conflict ends up being Amenadiel versus Lucifer, plus every episode when he helps the detective solve, regular police cases. Yeah, it's a fantastic show. Season 1 just ended. There's 13 episodes. Go watch
Might
it.
get to
Actually,
watch.
that reminds me of I don't know why this reminds me. I have a comic book that's called Jesus Hates Zombies, and it's the zombie apocalypse, and God sends Jesus down to Earth to basically save the remaining vestiges of humanity, and to go.
Can you
and,
heal the zombies?
No, he kills them with a baseball bat.
Oh, good.
It's pretty awesome, actually. But so actually, I've got 2. One that John actually just reminded me about, because he's saying that is season 2 stuff. Narcos.
Oh,
which was-
really?
Yeah, Narcos. It's a show on Netflix original.
Is it good?
about. It's really good. You
I
should
haven't
watch
watched it yet.
It's
yeah.
like drugs, right?
It's about the.
like
he's right.
drugs.
No, he's right.
Another
He's
drug
actually he's
show.
right. Actually, it's about the DEA task force assigned to catch Pablo Escobar in 1985 or something like that, and it gets into kind of like Escobar's operation and everything that was going on during that time period. It's a really, really good show. It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark at times, but I really highly recommend it. It's a
It's
drama.
about the cartels,
So it's about the
Yeah.
cartels, the
And
Medellin
drugs.
cartel. Yeah, so it's pretty brutal, but it's a great show. And season 2 is slated to come out in August, which I'm excited for. And then the one I had planned was 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is
It's a trippy movie.
yeah, it's a really trippy movie. Stanley Kubrick came out in the 80s, right? I think something
Nope,
like that.
70s.
80s, 90s.
70s.
Yeah.
70
Okay,
more
so it was
Yeah,
late
it's only
70s.
Star Wars.
All right, so yeah, so it's about these 2 guys.
I think Mr. Chief.
No,
really
don't tell him
loved
anything.
this
Don't
stuff.
tell him anything.
Okay.
That's the best way to go into this movie.
Yeah, but it's about space. It's about space, and it's one of like the first.
68.
Yeah, 68. So one of the first like really good space movies. It's one of my favorites, and it's a classic. So go watch 2001: Space Odyssey. It's on Netflix.
Just gotta watch the whole thing.
Yeah, watch the whole thing.
I found a suggestion. It's not like science fiction, but it's worth it. I have to say.
What is it?
If you want to laugh,
Ninja Turtles 2.
and
if
if
you wanna
like
cry, Ninja
if you
Turtles.
want to like laugh, really like if you're down in the dumps and you really want to laugh, just go on YouTube and search Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen
yeah.
highlights.
No, he's
Oh, I love
right.
Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen.
The highlights, and they're uncensored too. Oh my lord. The funniest hour of clips you will ever see. I mean, you don't have to watch it like all together, but it's like
It's
just
so,
watch
it. Really
it.
is funny.
I mean, it's the things he comes up with, and it's so good.
He's very witty.
very
I'm
talented.
definitely gonna watch this.
Yeah. it's
Please, I really encourage you to watch it. It's very good.
All right, my suggestion's a show that's only about 1 or 2 episodes in. It's called Preacher.
I've heard of it.
My cousin was actually just talking to me
Yeah.
about this. Apparently, it's nuts.
Preacher is a comic book originally, and it's getting great reviews. The show basically is a preacher in Texas who basically gets possessed by a demon.
Isn't there a vampire
yes.
dude?
and,
Yeah.
and he has to work with these vampires
Yeah.
to find God again.
Awesome.
It's actually
yeah,
really cool.
it's actually really good. It's only about 1 or 2 episodes in. I'm trying to find out what the.
It's on
right?
AMC.
It's on AMC. Thank
cool.
you. That's what I was looking
And
for.
they're gonna have Talking Preacher,
Yes.
Oh,
Just like
okay.
they do Talking Dead.
Talking Dead,
Oh, okay, cool.
Talking Bad.
Yes,
Talking
this is supposed to be a big one, so
Oh,
check that
talking
out.
shows.
It's supposed to be really good.
Cool. Check it out.
I think I might have an idea for the next podcast if you guys want to hear what my idea is.
yeah.
Sure.
I was thinking like our favorite, because we're not going to, it's the summertime, right? So our audience might be limited in the summertime, which is okay. I understand that. But I want to save like Mr. Lavigny till like the school starts
Yeah,
again
next
so
year,
we can
next year.
promote it and
September,
stuff.
October.
But I was thinking like our favorite movies set in the future. Now, it doesn't have to be
Dystopia.
after 2016. It has to be future from when it was made. So if it was made in the 70s and it was 2012, it was based in
Back to the
2012.
Future.
That's the future
So
movie.
Pacific Rim.
So
Pacific
what
Rim.
I'm
Back to the
getting
Future
is a
Part 2.
long time ago
Back
in a
to the
galaxy
Future.
far,
That
far
doesn't
away.
count because that's a
doesn't
long
count.
time ago. No.
No,
Star
it was a
Wars does
long
not
time
count.
ago.
Long time
That's
ago.
actually
No,
the past.
that's a historical.
That would be the. Can you read?
Wasn't that like your background for like 2 months?
So what do you think about that?
No,
I think that's good.
No.
I really like.
And here's what I'm gonna say. No, not just
This
because
is
I
not
can't
Star
start. No,
Wars.
that's not the only reason. I think we need to stop at the lists.
Okay.
That I'm just saying. I mean, I don't care.
It's on a list. I didn't say top 5.
It's not a list.
It's like our favorite.
We're just going to talk about our
We're
favorite
just going to talk
ones.
about
talk
our
about it.
talk about our favorite movies.
I like that because it's interesting to see how different movies, like different time periods, deal with the concept of the future. Like
Yeah.
Capital T, capital F.
Because I think my movies are going to be, I would think they would be a lot different than the ones you guys would pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
really
for how
cool. That's
long did
really
they have
cool.
to be in the future?
Like,
the whole time?
Anytime you
Wasn't
want.
Marty
Okay,
McFly
because,
supposed
like-
to show up a few months ago?
Yeah, Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Technically, that's a future movie.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Understood.
We'll try for that next week.
And we'll talk about war crap.
I'm not going to see it.
I'm not going to
I'm
see
seeing it tomorrow.
I'll
I'm so
pirate
excited.
it.
I'm not
Shrek
even
5
I'm not even gonna bother pirating it.
in 3D.
So I want to thank everybody for listening. Send
a
us your
good evening.
questions.
Wait. Last thing.
What?
I'm going to Long Island Comic Con this week.
Oh, cool.
Get updates from there.
Ah, thank
With
you,
number
Peggy.
one
We should
fan
do a
Andrew
live
Brooks.
podcast from there.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to do a live podcast from our
Comic-Con.
Con
More
in
details
April.
on that
really?
later.
Details that to
Absolutely.
follow. Yeah.
We're going to have video. I think we should have video.
Well, wait.
Like, we can vlog
figure
it. We can
There,
do vlogs.
We'll figure it out.
Quickly before we go, at
The
last
music is playing, so you better hurry up.
last year at Xavier Comic Con, we had a UCB comedy come over and shoot a little thing.
Yeah, it came out.
of us. It did come out.
We're in
it's
it.
about a smartphone app. The guy in the Darth Vader helmet, that's me.
Sweatshirt.
Yeah, so let's go to check that out really quick. We're like in the last like 25 seconds of it.
Great,
So,
awesome.
yeah.
Thanks to Andrew Brooks again for making the logos.
Good evening.
And we will see you guys next week.
Let's go.
May the force be with you.
With your spirit.